Hey, it's up to us to take out Umbrella.
Here we are. This is me, Byehazard. Ava Cassandra. I've got 2 channels. You can find me everywhere. Ooh, not dismembered song. Planning things for a future performance. Hopefully you're watching this because you're a subscriber of the channel and you've seen my Resident Evil 2 movie. Here it is. 2 hours and 55 minutes long. I'm gonna go. And I want to watch this with everyone, but this with a commentary. So if you want to just watch the movie watch this video. Don't, like, watch this, because I'm going to be talking over it. Because so much effort went into making this thing, and so much thought and, like, love for the original game went into this, and I think it's just worth talking about. So, we're going to talk about it. So, full screen. Where should I go? Should I go here? Should I go here? I'll try at the bottom. I feel like that's less offensive. Yeah. So, I'm trying to think what's a good way to start this video, so just pause this straight away, but, no. No. I'm just going to talk through it, we'll just play, we'll begin, let's go. Alright. Well, already the opening is completely different. This, it doesn't open up with the truck driver, because I had things I wanted to change, and I just kind of wanted to change everything. And I just like changing things up because I want you to be able to watch it and be like, oh, it's that, but it's different. So, I'm already starting off with the cool graphic of, like, you know, the city and everything and the title card, because I didn't really like the title card coming in midway through something. It makes it feel like a TV show. I just wanted the title at the start, get it out of the way. And I also wanted to do this whole kind of, like, downfall of Raccoon City thing with all of this radio chatter that I've took from various games and stuff. You'll see, I'm just going to play it, and hopefully the sound levels aren't, like, fucked.
This pandemic has spread faster than any disease in modern history.
Transporting to Spencer Memorial now.
Sort of audio from Resident Evil 3.
I'm trapped in North Garden with 3 civilians.
Out and listen to me, okay? Something
Dark Side
terrible
Chronicles, Annette on the phone. This was Operation Raccoon City. That's Alison Court's voice. More Dark Side Chronicles. There's Annette calling Sherry by name. You're not gonna know who that is until you watch the movie. Actually, someone actually watches and never played the game. There we go, it transitions into the radio conversation that the game opens up with.
Just getting good.
I really enjoyed these titles. Big credit to everybody who did the music as well. This would not have been the same without all that amazing music. Right, I really enjoy this editing here. That cut to black, I just find it's just cinematic. And then it cuts to Leon, so rather than go through the whole truck driver thing, we're chopping it up and we're cutting straight to the chase. Also, Leon and Claire are coming to the petrol station, gas station. So as you can see, there they are. Leon's not listening to music because I didn't like the music. Claire's jacket is zipped up. You see the gas station was in the distance.
No one's around.
I can't remember if there was music here, but if there was, I've turned it off.
That's weird.
I want to start nice and quiet. Also, if you hear squeaking, it is my chair. My chair's really squeaky and it constantly sounds like farting, and I promise not. Okay, and there we go, gameplay. So, fixed cameras. Can I just... Oh, we need to talk about how hard fixed cameras are as well. I'll wait till we're in the gas station. What a shot. He's so pretty there.
Hello? Anybody there?
Something's not right.
So, the way the camera works, in case you don't know how to use a camera mod... who's this? Yes, exactly. I'm doing a commentary of my own movie. So it's already a 3-hour-long movie, but I'm going to be pausing it, talking through it. So, I'm going to be sat here for a while. I'm very sleepy, and I'm very hungry. I really shouldn't have started this, but I really want to do it. Let's go. So, with the camera mods, basically, in the game, the camera moves with the character. They're both fixed to each other. So you can get a mod that gives you the free camera. So you press, like, F5. I've got it bound to F5 enters camera control mode. And then F6 pauses the camera, but the character will still keep moving. And then you are controlling the character from a still camera. And it's frozen wherever it was when you froze it. You can then unfreeze it with that same button. It's a toggle. And F7 toggles the character freezing or moving. So you can be moving, like, character, camera, moving together. But then freeze the camera. Suddenly, the character's walking around and the camera's just watching. Or character, camera moving together, you could freeze the character. And then suddenly, all you're moving is the camera. The character's not moving anymore. So that's how I'm able to move the camera on its own without being like Leon or Claire being in front of it, walking. And sometimes you can move them and then unmove them and move them together. It gets very confusing. There was a lot of like, okay, F5, F6, move, F7, move, F6, move, F7, move, move, and then record. And then I record, it's Alt F9 to record a clip, and then I start recording the clip, and then I do whatever's happening, and that's one take. And then I can either stop recording, or usually I just like keep it recording as I go back and forth, which is really like, that creates really large video files. I'd be terrible to work with on an actual film set if that was my way of doing it. I ended up with 25 hours of footage filmed for this thing, and it was about 60 gigabytes or more. I have written it down somewhere for what is a 3-hour movie, and I guess that's standard, but it was ridiculous. And even things like this one shot where it pans down this thing. So basically I had to freeze Leon, position the camera, get it all ready, and then record. And then move the camera down. Unrecord. Rinse and repeat a few times, try it from different angles, and then this was the one I liked. And then you'll see the next one is a shot of Leon walking, or you'll see. And so it's just a lot of effort. Yeah, it's I'm hoping people find it interesting, because like I find it fascinating. As someone who's always enjoyed like making films and movies, I started doing this stuff with The Sims. Back in the day, I used to make like machinima videos out of The Sims on my old YouTube channel, and then I made Resident Evil on The Sims. And I've always enjoyed filmmaking and video editing, and this is kind of a good medium to kind of like do it without like having to get actors and stuff. But it's so technical. Then there's all the mods. I've got like that mod. I've got a mod to change how everything looks, the colours of everything, appearance like mods, which like you have to go on the mods website, download a mod manager, download the mod, put the zip of that in the right folder, and then choose to have it on or not. Some mods conflict, whatever. Right now, the only mods I've seen so far, other than the free camera, the colours being changed. I also have Claire in a jacket, and she has gloves, and that's it. I think that's it. The letterboxing I added in post, because I just didn't feel like recording with a letterbox. I like to crop things too much, so the letterboxing was added in post because I wanted cinematic. Enough talking. Okay, that's the main like how you do. So there you go. The camera's frozen and I'm moving Leon around, and you have to move him around, but not make it look like gameplay. Move him around like a person would move. So I have to like organically like walk, push the stick slowly, make him move around.
You alright?
Resident Evil 4 remake movie will come. I really want to work on it now, but I need to finish Resident Evil 3. Now, I don't know if anyone caught that. That was a reference to the original game. I might keep calling it the first game. When I say the first game, I mean the original, RE2, where there's the camera pan. It's the exact same sound I took from the opening, where that like, high-pitched squeal violin thing, it, like, zooms in. It's either Leon or Claire's back, and then it, like, flashes or, like, smash cuts into a shot of the truck with that same sound. That... And that's when you got like the zombie smashes through the window and that guy's a maniac, why'd he bite me? I'm assuming if you know the opening as well as I do, I've got the whole thing burned into my mind, and I was so happy to be able to bring that into the remake opening like this. And it's already feels like a movie because we're watching multiple stories at once concurrently. So it's like truck driver, then we cut to Leon, then we cut to Claire coming in, back to Leon, and now back to the truck driver. All these things that are going on at once, it just makes it feel way more like cinematic, which you can't do in a game because of the players going to get frustrated by having control relinquished from them constantly. But I can do it. Make it a movie. Okay, so more of the trucker. That guy's a maniac. Why do you ram his truck into me? Anyone who's watching as well, tell me if my audio is too loud or quiet compared to the desktop.
What am I gonna do?
I am going to finish the Resident Evil 3 project. I also enjoyed that edit then. The music kind of reaching a peak, and then zoom with Claire's bike. I'm going to go back and show you it again, because it's just like I was talking over it, but listen. I love that. I don't know what it's called. And then there was a lot of tricks here to try and... I had to record the same thing like so many times because I need the audio of people speaking. So I have to turn off the music, turn off the sound effects. I also want the sound effects, so then I have to do a version of the cutscene where I've turned off the voice and I've turned off the music. You've got three things: music, voice, sound effects. And then if I want the music, I then do another version of it with the sound effects and the voice turned off, but the music on. So this was so much like... There was so much versions of this opening I had to record. I had to record like a normal version and then a sound-free version, a music-free version, a voice-free version, a Claire version, a Leon version, Claire A, a Leon A, Claire B, Leon B, because there was just certain bits and pieces from each one I wanted. I ended up with like 7 different versions of the opening just to cut them together into like a minute. Thank you. Also, yeah, Resident Evil 3, there is going to be an update on that in, I think it's mid-April. So I've got all my clips for this Resi 2 movie. I'm just putting those out like a couple a week. And then I've got a revised version of the Resident Evil 3 opening that I've been working on. I thought it's been a while since I've shared an update with all of you. So I'm going to post that, and it's scheduled to go up mid-April. So again, this is just Claire on the phone. The game does this as well. But I wanted to cut to other things as well. You'll see.
Yeah, I'm almost there. You know me, I'll be fine.
So this wrap perspective, this was from the trailer of the announcement of the game. If anyone remembers when this game got announced, it was amazing. We didn't know it was going to be Resident Evil 2. We saw this like thing. We saw PS1, and then we saw a zombie, and then we were like, no. And then it was Resident Evil 2. Also, Claire with the jacket zipped up. This jacket and gloves. She looks so cool. Also, it just makes sense she has gloves. Why would you have your sleeves rolled up and not be wearing gloves on a motorbike? So I gave her gloves. And since this scene happens in the game, I thought it would be a good opportunity to include the trailer. They're slightly different, but it was just really clever. It was a big brain moment for me, and everyone said how clever it is. I'm like, I'm so proud of it. It really was clever. this part gets hard because then I can't control zombies, so I'm having to just kind of rely on their AI and hope they are good actors. The most I can do is pause zombies. I could pause them and unpause them or slow them down, or make them aggressive or not. It's hard to do.
Don't shoot!
Get down!
Now, there was a reason I had Leon enter the gas station before Claire. I think it was just more interesting, and I think it made more sense
Thanks.
for Leon to be the one to see a cop get killed.
Holy shit.
It was too much for Claire. She's gonna have her own moments later. I think Leon should have seen that though. Though it did kind of contradict like the Emmy's diner opening of like Claire being inside first. But hey, Claire looks so cool with the sleeves down. How many times have you watched the movie that I've made? Because I've watched it a lot. My dad's watched it a couple times as well. He really enjoys it. I need to burn it to DVD for him. That'd be fun.
Hopefully they'll have some answers at the police station.
Wait, you're a cop?
Yeah, Leon Kennedy. You are?
Claire.
So this is just one-to-one as it is in the game right now. Resident Evil 3 movie is going to be a lot like this. Because that game is mostly just cutscenes and there's not much I can do.
Well, it's a good thing we found each other.
But I'm good at making gameplay look like cutscenes, so I'll add my own spin to it, don't worry. So this is where you would have the opening with the title card. Skip that, we did that at the start of the movie, so we've just gone to the next scene. As you can see now, Claire has took her gloves off and unzipped her jacket, because she needs to have her outfit as it is in the game, and show off her necklace, it's cool.
God, this is so unreal.
I really like this music as well, I thought it was really like melancholy,
You'll know something.
so I made it a bit louder.
Yeah, but what if we're the only ones? What if there's no
No,
survivors?
there's survivors. It's a big city. There has to be.
It's really dark though, sorry about that.
Looks like we're walking from here.
This scene coming up with the truck was really hard to do because I wanted to get both Claire and Leon. I wanted to get both their versions of it,
Yeah, good call.
and editing them together while getting the sounds to match up. I mean, it was a lot of work because both of their openings, each different version, the car and the truck spin different ways. And it's very confusing. Good detail, but you can see when the truck hits the car, whatever character you've got selected hits their head on the front of the car. So I edited both of them in. You'll see once it hits. They both go because I don't want to just focus on one character. I need to try and give them equal screen time. So as of making this, Resident Evil 3 hadn't come out yet. I started making this a couple weeks after the game came out in 2019. That's really embarrassing how long it took me. But I'm very proud of this bit coming up. That's from Resident Evil 3, but I used Claire over Jill, a cool Claire mod, because Claire and Leon, they get blown up by the same explosion. You'd have just seen the same clip twice, which I kind of did, where I flipped Leon's anyway, to make them look like they were going in different directions. But Claire also got that extra explosion. Which you can kind of tell because the colours don't match up perfectly. I really tried, but they don't. You can see it's a bit greener. And then I added in the Claire voice, which just, if you're not thinking, you just, yeah. You just think it was that. I will agree that I do think my Resident Evil 2 movie is the best version of the game movie on YouTube, and one of the best game movies I have seen. I did put a lot of work into making it very cinematic. I do have the skills to make that happen, and
I'll be there.
I think I did really well. I'm cutting back and forth to try and show this Raccoon City section, which is really hard because the B scenario character doesn't have one, so it's just the A scenario twice over. And I really wanted it to seem like threatening. I didn't want them all to be wasting all their bullets, because, you know, bullets are important. I wish this section was longer, it's such a shame. I was tempted to make it longer by using the basketball court, but that comes in later in the game anyway, so it wouldn't have made sense. Fun little transition there. I needed a way to just... I didn't want to do like a normal cut. I needed a fade to imply that time had passed. Because I just don't think the police station should be, like, right there. And of course, there is no actual canon, but one of the more supported routes that people like is Claire A, Leon B. So Claire enters the police station first. Another really good edit coming up. This is so... I just love whimsical, interesting, artistic editing choices. Just like a spontaneous cut to black.
Anybody here?
Things like that. I find that so interesting. I should be a director. This is the closest I'll get. And you know what? It's fine by me. It's a lot of work. This project took 2.5 years on and off. Okay, I kept the main hall music on because I liked it. And I wanted it to kind of better fade in. And then it fades to this music. Fun fact about this music is this music is from... It's from Operation Raccoon City. It's from the, like, main menu, but also another bit in the game. But I think it's from another game as well. This game uses a lot of interesting random assets and story beats from other games.
I should help this guy.
I never liked that line. I always thought that was, like, really abrupt. I guess you kind of just have to accept. Anytime a character's talking to himself, they're talking to you.
Where are you?
So this first bit, like couple minutes, does focus on Claire because she's entered the police station. I don't want to be going too back and forth between the characters because you're going to get a whiplash. We need to spend some time with the character. And so there's a lot of things we enjoy about Resident Evil, the original and the remake, and I don't want to just do cutscenes and like bombastic like violence and stuff like that, because I know that's going to come later in the movie. So this first bit is about building up tension and that slow burn kind of horror that you get from playing the game. And the whole movie's not going to be like this because that would make the movie boring. But I think it is important to include these moments of like tension, slow, like, you know, what's that feeling? Butterfly in your stomach, kind of like anxiety-inducing horror. So it's all just really slow. Sort of like really like peaks and valleys. That's one of the important things about pacing in movies. Peaks and valleys, or whatever the phrase is. Love this shot. Just it's raining.
Open the door! Hurry up! Hurry up! Open it!
Larry, give me your hand!
Help me!
Hold on! Give me your other hand!
Nice.
I'm so sorry.
Fucking chair. So nice dramatic moment. Cut.
Come on, man. Now got you too. Sorry.
There it is. The station.
So that was a suggestion from my dad, actually. Was including the Marvin bite scene, because we just thought it'd be cool to have. It was there from Resident Evil 3. So, threw it in, and that was the perfect time to do it. And that was like a year or so after I'd already, like, edited this bit. I had to, like, go back in and, like, put it back in. This bit was tricky. I had that footage of Claire running into a bunch of zombies and I did not know how to deal with it, so I just like, how about we just cut away and imply the violence is happening off screen. It's a lot of cheating. Use your imagination. Just like, oh, it must be so horrible and cool, I can't see. We just saw.
Yeah.
We know he got bit.
For now.
You can tell he got bit. We know.
Thanks.
Obviously someone taught you well.
Yeah. I know how to take care of myself.
Come on.
I just needed to break up the Claire scene a bit more. So there's occasional just cuts to Leon just like walking around.
What caused this?
There's a lot of theories.
That line from Claire, she says it when the screen's black. I thought it made more sense to cut it, to put it in while you can see it.
Keep that on, just in case.
I'm not gonna be around long. Once I find Chris, we're out of here.
And then I like to include this track here.
Chris's sister.
Sounds kind of sad.
Yeah.
Give it a sec.
Why? Did you find something?
He's on vacation. Europe, I think. Left weeks ago.
Vacation? It's great news.
Well, I've got more for you.
So it's the save room theme, the remake version, and I just thought I throw it in a few times because I kind of wanted it to be like a musical motif, almost like the main theme of the movie. Like that's the theme. It's the theme song.
No, don't be ridiculous. You're gonna need some help.
Listen, Claire. Save yourself, so you can see your brother again.
And you might be thinking like, okay, so Claire speaks to Marvin, but I've done it in a way that they both speak to Marvin because I think they both should. I think he was important.
Oh my God, he made it.
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah, it's Leon. Kennedy, I think.
So normally you would have done a whole little quest here, gone and got the key, come back. I just thought, skip that, go straight away.
Okay. Thanks, Marvin. I'm on it.
I did have some voice lines in here of Claire going like shit when it crashes and then being like fucking hell when it's crashed. But something happened and all of the extra voice lines I put in got like deleted. So I had to go and put them all back in. It took hours and hours and I guess I just didn't do those two.
Claire?
Leon! I'll be right there!
I really wanted a way to try and give Leon his uniform because I liked the fancy pockets line. But this was the only way that was making sense.
Leon, we really gotta stop meeting like this.
Are you alright? Police chopper, it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I take it you don't have the key.
No, I don't. It's good to see your face, though. How are you holding up?
I'm hanging in there.
Hell of a night, huh?
Yeah. You find your brother?
I did, actually. He's...
So that was another bit I edited in because the original did this thing where she goes, I did actually, he's explosion. Like, you can tell the actors are waiting for an explosion, and that the script goes, I did actually, he's cut off by explosion. But for some reason, they didn't actually cut her off with an explosion, so there is a little pause, as if she was waiting for an explosion to happen. And I just don't like things like that. It also happens in Resident Evil 3. Just before the Nemesis breaks through the wall, she goes, alright, let me grab my smash. Why would she, like, the smash would have happened mid-word, mid-conversation, mid-sentence. So I thought it made more sense to kind of just pull it forward a bit more and play the sound effect earlier during the speaking, and let it actually cut her off. And I think I've done that convincingly if you want to listen. So that's her, she's speaking and she's cut off by an explosion. She just stop before an explosion. Little nitpick, but just a kind of tiny little editing difference that I think makes a difference.
Hanging in there.
Hell of a night, huh?
Yeah. You find your brother?
I did actually. He's...
I don't even know if anyone would have even noticed that, but like...
getting worse. Leon?
Really mad to me.
Don't worry about me. Just get yourself to safety.
No, Leon, seriously, they're getting to the fence. Please, just go.
Since we had Claire shooting zombies, we now get to see some Leon combat.
What the?
Hey, Marvin, this is bad. I've got zombies
This was
everywhere.
fun.
Marvin? Marvin, are you there? Marvin?
God, you gotta be kidding me.
That was when I had to teach myself how to make audio sound like it's coming through a walkie-talkie. There was so many different effects you have to do that. And then an echo. So yeah, if you just ignore that Leon has blood on him, because I get bit a lot while I'm filming this. Like, I'm trying to get the perfect shot of a zombie grabbing him and him throwing her off, and he keeps getting bit, and I was okay, he's covered in blood now, but like, just ignore that, okay? So I don't know if this translated, but I tried to get it so that there was a parallel between the badge that Leon sees and then the badge on Marvin's shoulder, as if so it like transitions through the badge. I kind of wish I did it better, but it would have been hard to do without zooming in a ridiculous amount and making everything look blurry, so I just kind of suggested it, and like, it kind of works. I don't know. So yeah, he's found the uniform. You can imply that he's picked it up, it's in his inventory. He's got the uniform, he's seen it. He just hasn't got changed yet. Because maybe they didn't have shoes, I don't know.
No,
This is that music from when they were in the car.
save yourself.
I think it worked here.
Come on, it's bad. We gotta get you to hospital
Please,
now.
Claire.
So this is the scene where Claire actually opens up the big hidden secret tunnel thing. Now obviously this is the star of the game, movie. She hasn't done that yet. So what it is she's actually just come in to see Marvin, because I need to get Claire away from Marvin, because Marvin now needs to become Leon's side character. We don't need Claire constantly coming back and forth to Marvin, so I need him to dismiss her, so then he can save himself for Leon and have all this conversation with Leon. Otherwise, we're going to end up having the same conversation with everyone twice. So, what I do is I get rid of the tunnel bit and have Claire just go, Marvin, come on, we gotta go. As I don't know why, because things are dangerous. And then he's like, no, leave, just go. He's not talking about the tunnel, because we haven't done the tunnel yet. He's saying, just go. Generally, anywhere, just go away. And that's why she's like, alright, well, thank you for, like, helping before. So it makes sense. She's not going through the tunnel, because the tunnel's not been done yet. She's just generally going, she's leaving the hall, she's leaving Marvin. Marvin is going to just kind of sit here and feel sorry for himself and become a Leon problem. So, that's why we don't have, that's what this scene is. You take it as it is presented to you, not in the context of the original game, the original remake of the game. I'm trying to recreate a context.
Marvin, come on. You okay?
No. I
Just like this music as well.
just go.
Because I used
Save
the
yourself.
music from the actual
Come on,
cutscene,
it's
like,
bad. We
later.
gotta get you to hospital
Please,
now.
Claire.
We
And
can't
I
just
just
leave you here.
love watching cutscenes with different music in. It's like, ooh,
Please.
it's the same, but
Go.
different.
Okay.
So she has a weird face here.
Marvin. Thank you.
So now this is a reference to Resident Evil Outbreak and Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, because we saw Leon was outside, down the stairs, down them steps outside the front entrance, and now he's entering the car park. So what you are to just kind of like extrapolate from this information is that he has somehow found a way to get in and under the police station, and he comes out in the car park. And what I'm referencing is Resident Evil Outbreak, because those steps that go down where you find Zombie Brad in the original game, and where he found the uniform there is a little ventilation kind of bit. And in Resident Evil Outbreak and Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, you can crawl through there and it leads to the car park, the parking lot. So that's what I'm referencing here, is that because I needed to get him in the police station, but he can't come in the front entrance anymore, because Claire shut it, Marvin's in there, and Leon needs to take his time getting back into the station, because in the actual game, it didn't make too much sense that, you know, he found the bolt cutters 2 seconds after Claire leaves, and he's basically right behind her. Like, he could just shout it, and then they could meet up. So I needed to have him enter the police station from, like, the opposite side, like Leon B, like the original game, again, which I'm referencing. Ask me to say something in American and I'll say it. the parking lot. I can't speak an American accent. So, like, yeah. So, like, Leon, totally, he got into the parking lot, and then, like, in a reference to Resident Evil Outbreak. No, that's like Australian. Resident Evil is my favorite. How do you say favorite? Favorite. Resident Evil is my favorite game. I keep going to go Irish because I always do the Irish accent a lot. So I keep going to say game. Resident Evil is my favorite game. I listen to Australian sometimes. Resident Evil, my favourite game. Resident Evil is my favourite game. So it is. Anyway, Outbreak references, you know, there's all that. I just wanted Leon to enter the police station from the opposite side. Californian. Kind of look like a Californian, I feel like. I've explained myself, haven't I? It also means he gets to come in the police station, but he's still in his, like, normal clothes.
Damn.
Which I just think's really fun. It's like, oh, he's not in his police uniform yet, he's just normally dressed, because I just like things different.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I can't say too many things in a Valley Girl accent. I end up going, like, Southern American. Here she is.
Who is that?
Stay sharp. Lower it.
I got rid of the sunglasses because they were stupid.
Sorry. Thank you. For your help.
Do you know how many times that dog got shot and came back to life? Look at this. Once.
Stay sharp.
Again. And then.
Low.
Sorry. Thank you.
That dog is like the king of playing dead and then coming back to life for dramatic effect. 3 times! Shut up.
For your help.
But yeah, I like the trench coat thing. Like, I get it. It's raining. She's got gloves and a coat on. It makes a little bit more sense than a dress. The sunglasses did not make sense. They made about as much sense as they did in Resident Evil 1. It's nighttime. Why are you wearing sunglasses? And it is just going to make you look suspicious. I get it. I thought it was a joke when the game was getting announced. And it was like they just like did it to make Ada look like a mysterious spy for like the trailers and stuff. And like the footage that they released. And that in the actual game she wouldn't look like that. But she did. And it was just stupid. So they're gone. Stupid sunglasses.
Surprised you made it this far.
And also her face is too good to hide.
FBI, huh? What's going on here?
Sorry, that information's classified.
Where are you going?
Do yourself a favor. Stop asking questions and get the hell out of here.
I turned the music off because I think I just watched the cutscene so many times I kind of got sick of the music. And I liked it without music.
Hey! I'm not done talking to you!
So the doors don't exactly make sense, but you just kind of follow along. And then this whole bit, this is like Leon versus the dogs. This is like a chapter, it begins. Again, I want the movie to start off with all of like the slow horror that, you know, you get in the games. That I know we're not going to get later because it's going to be all like cutscenes, blasting, monsters, shooting, and action, and emotions and drama. So for now, tension and horror and slowness is the focus. This was a good moment. I thought I wanted to do some like good visual storytelling, environmental storytelling, and create a moment that was not in the game. And this is a little bit of sympathy for the dogs. Leon might have worked with these dogs. He might have seen these dogs. He might have been looking forward to working with these dogs. He might like dogs. I just think it not humanizes, because they're not humans, but it, you know, whatever the dog equivalent of humanizes, it does that for the dogs. Dog eyes is the... Makes you remember that they're dogs. And then this. This was insane.
Damn it.
I didn't make him say that. I was just getting footage of him up close on his face. And the man started speaking. He's such a good, like, improvisational actor. I was like, thanks, Leon. You really did that. I think because if you point your gun at a dog, they speak. That was gone in the third game, and I liked it. I actually don't really know why I showed that. I just thought I did. So I needed him to turn the lights on to explain why he couldn't go some other way. I'm not showing the puzzles though because you're just seeing a bunch of invisible switches moving with invisible fingers. So just show him looking at it conveniently off camera. Beep beep boop. There you go. Puzzle solved. I do this trick a lot, where I show the character shooting at something, but they're not actually shooting at anything. I just need shots of them, like, shooting, so you think they're shooting the enemies. And this was good. I wanted to do some, like, fun, kind of pretentious, like, back and forth editing, like, is he or isn't he? So, after he gets through here, you've got, like, two things going on. You've got him running out, and then him constantly, like, fighting off dogs. Hello. And the first person was just, like, you know, reminds me of, it's Resident Evil, the door animations, it's all like a reference to that. The sideways gun hold because he's cool. Honestly, Spielberg? Who? And now we show the result of all the chaos. Cut to black, let the music do its thing. On to the next scene. Oh, like I said, Spielberg who? That was an unplanned like headshot. I just got really lucky. I was like, fuck it, we'll use that clip. So I feel like we need to show some like bits of just generally like exploring the police station because that's an important part of the game and I don't want to just cut to the next cutscenes. And this was a reference to the stair animations. It looks just like it. I really like the ones in Code Veronica with the heartbeat. So yeah, this is... Leon is now coming up into the station. Claire came in from the front, and they're both, you know... This is how he gets into the station. They both don't just come in the same way. So while Claire's been here for like, you know, a couple minutes now, he's only just like coming in and seeing like, oh no, this place also is not very safe. I guess he's going like the fourth survivor route of like coming in through the back. This is the main menu music, I think. I thought it was really creepy and cool. And let's have some emotion. So this was a bit, there was a comment on the original video talking about when I did this moment, just showing like Leon having a moment of like self-doubt. It really humanizes him.
I can do this. I can do this. I can do this.
I just want to throw some emotional depth in there that you don't really get in the game. I want the characters to struggle. It's a good excuse to use some nice emotional music. I think this music is a fan-made remix of the main hall theme. Now we've got Leon. He's gonna meet Marvin. There's a lot of cutting and editing here, I'm sure I'll explain.
Is anybody here?
There you are, the rookie.
Lieutenant Branagh. Marvin.
Here.
Hello. Yeah, I'm glad to be streaming. I'm amazed it's actually working. I don't think I'm going to be much good at streaming like games. I would love to try it, but I think whenever I try streaming games, it never really works that well. It's just too much for my computer to handle, but I'm going to try and give it a go, because I have got much better internet now, so it could just be the internet was the problem. I'm not sure. But I can do this, and I might be able to do a few like live like makeup videos on my main channel. And I like doing stuff like this and talking about things. It's a fun way because this is going to be a video afterwards, but I thought I may as well record it like live, and then people get to kind of see and talk to me while I'm recording this video. It's a bit annoying because it means I'm constantly pausing and talking to comments that you can't see. But who am I? I have like no subscribers, so it's not exactly like anyone's going to watch anyway. So like, let's just enjoy this little community that we have. Anyway, the original movie did really well. I hope this does well. I don't know if anyone wants to see my opinion, but the making of, go for it. Anyway, so we've got Leon shouting, "Hello, is anyone there?" Marvin's already in the room, so then I use different voice clips of him going, "There you are," and then the rookie, because he hasn't actually met yet, so he goes, "There you are," and then it's the rookie, and it's a clip of him looking at the computer, looking at something else. I reverse that, so he goes, "There you are, the rookie," and then Leon goes, "Oh, Lieutenant Branagh," because he knows him. But maybe Marvin's the one who interviewed him when he was getting his job. I don't know. And then Marvin goes, "Here," which I think he actually said when he was giving him the knife. But I just think you've got a conversation now that wasn't there in the game. I kind of made a conversation of like, is anyone there? Oh, you. Oh, hello, come here. And then they come, and
Is anybody here?
cut up cutscenes to try and tell a story.
There you are, the rookie.
Lieutenant Branna. Marvin.
Here.
I wish I'd come here sooner.
I'm sure you did what you could, Leon.
Yeah, well, I was supposed to start last week, and I got a call to stay away.
So that conversation happened backwards in the game. So it was, yeah, well, I got a call, because it didn't make sense starting the way it did. Being, yeah, well, I got a call to stay away. Well, you're here now, Leon. I wish I'd come here sooner. So I cut it up and had, he comes in, he goes, I wish I'd come here sooner. Well, you're here now. Well, I got a call to stay away. Okay. Like, and it still makes sense, but it flows a bit better as a conversation, because this is meant to be their first meeting, like today, like in this movie.
Here now, Leon. That's all that matters.
And here he is. Leon gets changed. This is how he puts on his uniform. I saw these like screens, and I thought that can be a good use for it.
Not exactly how I pictured breaking this in.
Because in Leon A in the remake, he gets changed in the main hall. I guess he just does that here. There is all the equipment. This was Leon in a vest because I needed to show him getting changed, and the part of me wanted just to have him completely naked and just show him naked. But then everyone would have known how thirsty I was for him, and I don't want to look thirsty. So I just put him in a vest. This is a recreation of his alternative outfit in the original game. I think this is one of Ink Ribbon's mods. He's got very weird looking hair here. But it's only for a few seconds you see it. I really wanted him to have like a white vest because that would have gone better with what he was actually wearing, but let's just pretend he has a blue vest on under it. I really wanted to cut to a topless Leon. I really wanted any excuse to show shirtless Leon because he's really hot. But I showed restraint.
Exactly how I pictured breaking this in. Does anyone know what started this?
Not a clue. But honestly, all you need to know is that this place will eat you alive if you aren't careful.
Okay, Lieutenant. I'm ready.
So that, okay, Lieutenant, I'm ready. It's because I'm changed now. I got changed. I'm ready. Yeah.
Hopefully you'll be able to find a way out of this station. That officer you met, Elliot.
I cut out the word earlier because originally he goes, that officer you met earlier, Elliot. Because he saw him on the cameras, obviously, and that's when he gets split into two, and he gets his guts ripped apart. Now, Leon didn't see that happen, so I've just kind of got that officer you met, Elliot, not officer you met earlier. So that could imply that they have met at another date, maybe. Maybe they met when Leon's been to this station before when he got the job, and Marvin knows that he's met Elliot, so maybe he went, that officer you met, Elliot. This is his book, rather than that officer you met earlier, because that implies they met earlier today. Marvin wouldn't know that. Leon didn't meet him earlier today because Claire met him. So I'm trying to make all the different versions of the story work. So I just cut out the word earlier. Kind of did a good job of it.
Keep my way out of this station. That officer you met, Elliot.
If you're looking for it, you can tell.
He thought this secret passageway might do the trick.
But hey,
This is good news. We can get you to a hospital.
No, I am not the priority here.
Lieutenant, I'm not just gonna leave you here.
I'm giving you an order, rookie. You save yourself first.
and then throw in some creepy music.
I just slow you down.
Okay, I completely misremembered that. Actually, just
You'll need this.
no music.
Can't take him.
Stop.
Oh yeah, I'll put the music in now.
And don't make my mistake. If you see one of those things, uniform or not, you do not hesitate. You take it out. Or you run. Got it?
Yes, sir.
And a seamless cut to gameplay.
This is not how I imagined my first day.
Did someone criticise that he walked into the shutter there? Because that's the tiniest detail. There are a lot of things wrong with this movie, but I think someone criticised that he like walks into the shutter and hits his head on it or something. Sorry. I thought this moment with the mannequin, it was like a perfect rip-off of what they did in Metal Gear Solid 2 with the Raven shadow, and like you're turning a corner and you're like, oh my god, there's the bad guy, and then you turn and it's just a toy, it's just like a model. That's exactly the same thing they've done here, and I think it's funny. It reminds me of, or like in Left 4 Dead, when you see mannequins and then you hit them thinking it's a zombie and the character laughs, be like, haha, silly me. It's just like that, and I just thought it was funny, so I just really wanted to be like, look at that, look at this damn mannequin. Same mannequin from Resident Evil 7 as well. So I don't exactly know if it's comedy, but I think it's kind of a funny moment just to show Claire like kind of looking at this mannequin being like, huh. And there's the mannequin. It's very foreboding. It's like, yeah, don't forget about me. Because the developers know that we were expecting something here because we saw the smashed wall, and I think they think we're expecting to see like Mr. X or something, because there's, they're messing with our expectations, I know that.
What was that?
Look at teeth. This was some really good camera work by me. That was happy accidents. I was getting quite good at the camera because it's, you pause the camera, move the character. Pause the character, move the camera. Unpause them both or pause them both. You can do either using F5, 6, and 7. So I was able to get it where I was able to like move the camera and the character at once, and the camera, I also adjusted the speed of the camera so it moves at different speeds of the character, and it does it's not like usual gameplay, but it works here because you see it turn the corner and it's just like all in one shot. See, the camera moves faster than Claire then because like it went past her shoulder, but like it looked alright. I was like, we're keeping that shot. Because you get bored of like wall cams eventually, so like something to switch it up. Because you got to keep it interesting. That's why I do all these fun angles, like from below if I'm walking over it, and then because if you can't just keep doing like boring fixed camera shots of like way over there, and it's just like every camera is in a corner of the room watching a character just walk through the room. That's what people don't get about like fixed camera things, is you need to make camera angles effective. And a lot of people like indie game developers or people who make these Resident Evil inspired games, and because they think like it's fixed cameras, and anything that's slow and boring in a boring gothic mansion with fixed cameras on the walls, that's the epitome of Resident Evil and the classic Resident Evil games. They don't understand that there's a certain art, I think, to using like the cinematography of cameras and angles. They tell a story, they build tension. The most genius example of it is in the liquor hallway in the original game, where you see the liquor like behind the, like over the character's shoulder through the window, and then you go through the door and the camera is looking at you through a window as if it's the liquor watching your character walk through, and then the next shot is again facing that door, so you can't actually see what the character's walking into, so you're having to move your character towards the camera, not knowing what's ahead of them. They can see, the character can see in front of them, and you wouldn't get that in a first or over the shoulder camera perspective, but the fixed camera does. It uses tension masterfully so that you don't know what is around the corner. It's not just like simple boring like wall cams just in every corner of the room. That you need to use them effectively to build tension and interest, and also look cool. Some of the old camera shots were like artistic, and I try and do that in this movie. I don't just kind of use boring just any camera shot just to look back and watch what's happening. You need to like shoot it from a certain place, and there is a reason for every single shot being the way it is, where it is, showing what it is, at what angle, and there's just a lot to consider there. And you've got to just want to keep the viewer interested. I don't want you to get bored of just like watching a character walk from left to right, you know. So I do lots of like back and forth, first person, over the shoulder, follow cameras, tracking cameras, panning cameras, still cameras, low cameras, high cameras, far cameras, close wide shots, establishing little shots, all of that. I didn't even go to film school. I haven't even studied film, but I'm just really passionate about it. So there she is, examining the CCTV. C4. I'm so tired. And this is kind of showing like puzzles, like, okay, look, there is something back there that you need. There is a medallion thing there behind a gate. That's it.
What in the...
This is me trying to recreate the liquor hallway from the original game. So, you see that? You've got the door animation if you're going through the door. A shot of, like, above. The windows were false windows from outside, so it couldn't actually work. So I couldn't actually go from outside the window. This was so good. We're all expecting the liquor to come. And in the A scenario, it first of all doesn't. That messes with our expectations. But there's so many things that tease it. You've got a zombie there. You've got this, like, hanging cable that looks like a liquor's tongue. So, you've got the sounds of it. There's also, like, the caution tape later flapping through the window again. It looks like a liquor's tongue. It's the shadow of it is meant to look like a liquor. They mess with the expectations so many times in this remake. And I don't know if everyone got it, but, like, I got it. I'm actually not happy with this scene, because look how bad the texture on that shirt looks. That's so bad. My computer was being really slow and laggy whenever I filmed this. Yeah, it's not great, but... Here I am recreating the liquor cutscene. I even think I get Leon to say, "Oh boy."
Oh boy.
You know how many voice lines of Leon's I had to sit through to find that? And I was like, he says it! Because he says it in the original. I like the parallel of making both characters meet the liquor at the same time. So you get to see them both get introduced to the liquor. And you also get to see they both deal with it in different ways. But before that, we have the STARS office. Now I'm super proud of this scene here. Just music that wasn't in the game, but I've added it in. Just some more storytelling that wasn't there. I just really like this track. And then the jacket, which as we know is Chris's jacket, it was a costume in the first game, and Claire's jacket is a gift from Chris, and they have the same logo on, or similar enough. So I think that was a good moment to show, like, ah, Chris, he's really not here.
Damn it.
I think it was just a good moment for the character to kind of reflect on what kind of a shit situation she's in. And then we get a nice kind of music montage of Leon dealing with the liquor before Claire deals with her liquor. Just assume Claire knows Chris's password and that's how she was able to get into the thing, because I wasn't about to make her go on a quest looking for a USB dongle. So Leon's approach to dealing with the liquor is to run away from it. Valid. This is another scene. This was also when I was releasing clips and previews of the movie. This was the one that got the most views, I think. Maybe second most views. Because it's a cool battle. I needed to show some, like, conflict and, like, fights, so this was my way of doing that in a cinematic way. I always treated it like a boss fight because I needed to put across that the lickers are a threat. And when I realised I could slow the game down and record that, well... I think the spark effects of the liquor hitting the walls is just so cool. I wish I had her reloading more. That would have been cooler. Oh, she does. Well, I wish I had it more. No, if it was more, then it would probably look like she has a ridiculous amount of ammo. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Never mind. End scene. Drama. There was a big break in editing between those 2 points. I'd left it for a while then. I remember filming this. This is when I finally got back to it. I like showing the zombies because I need us to kind of not forget about the zombies. They are like a prevalent threat. That is the main thing of Resident Evil, but it's so easy to just forget about the zombies. Especially in like the recent movies where they focus so much on all of the other like monsters and stuff. It's kind of like, oh yeah, zombies, they're nothing. We need the zombies to be a threat. I say, he's just killed one, but I mean like... I love this guy. I love this guy. He kills me. So this is a good chance to include some music from the original, but a remix of it. And some puzzle solving. Some off-screen puzzle solving. Claire's getting medallions. Leon's killing zombies. But he's finding himself swiftly outnumbered. It is a cool game, yeah. See, he's kind of finding out that this pea shooter is not doing much against this growing number of enemies, so he retreats into this little room that says locker room or something. Don't know why he does that, to be honest. Works out for him, though. This was a fun moment where I needed to show that this was locked, otherwise the gun would have been taken. And I wasn't about to do the whole keycard quest, so, yeah. And with the power of editing, there you go. And I changed the shotgun. It's, I think it's a Spaz 12, because I just watched T2, and I thought it was really cool. And that was about the same time as this, so I thought, you know what, let's just have the Terminator reference put in the same shotgun. It's a lot bigger than the shotgun in the game, and it does get in the way sometimes, but it's just so cool, and I like changing things for, like, the stupidest, smallest reason. Because it reminds me of, like, games to film adaptations where things are just different. Like, why is this different? Just because. Because we can. Why did you change this? Because I can. I would have changed, like, hair and faces, but it would cause, like, an uproar, probably. And also, there was no good ones. There was one to change Leon's butt chin. They said fix it. I like his butt chin. Butt chins don't need fixing. It's subtle, anyway.
Leon, it's Marvin. I need you back here ASAP.
Are you okay, Marvin?
I've got something to show you. It's important.
Copy that. I'll be right there.
So I did that to show, like, Leon needs to go back to the hall, but I can't actually remember what it was I actually thought Marvin needed to show Leon. Unless it was just like, I've got something to show you. And I'm dying. Maybe it was the tunnel. This was a moment I needed to show ammo running out. It's another key part of the game is, like, inventory and ammo management. the characters don't just have an endless supply of bullets. So I thought it'd be good if I show, yeah, bullets run out sometimes. It's a scarcity. She's found one. More off-screen puzzle solving. I love this shot, it just feels like you're being watched. I like this little liquor conflict, showing her just kind of dodging the liquor. I got quite lucky with this. But it's not smart enough to open the door. I didn't want to do another liquor fight, so I can't have her killing every single liquor. They need to be important. So I just thought, run away. Choose your battles. Meanwhile, Leon is knifing a zombie. Yes, a Spaz 12. I think it is a Spaz 12. It looks like one anyway. That's what they use in T2. I first remember the Spaz 12 from Parasite Eve 2. Always liked that gun.
Shit.
So this, you can, if you look, I actually filmed this whole bit 2 times. That's why this zombie looks indestructible, because he kills it, and then I've got like another clip of me killing it. Also, these zombies would not die. This one here, this guy, he shoots him in the head like 3 times with a shotgun. The bitch just does not die. Which is kind of good. I needed to show like zombies are like hard to kill as well. Hello, hello, hello. Working hard. So skip ahead, show the tunnel going on. But she's already had a conversation with Marvin.
Good. Get out of this hellhole.
So I don't show that conversation. And there's Leon finding bullets, because ammo management, it's just like, it's the game. It's like playing the game. I'm thinking about tortillas now. I'm really hungry. Oh my god, and there's still 2 hours left of this thing.
So Elliot was right.
I'm 45 minutes in to this film, and it's been 1 hour and 22 minutes. And I'm only 45 minutes in, and I've still got 2 hours to go. And I'm starving. That room did have music, that like hidden office thing, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the music, so I turned it off. I really shouldn't have mentioned food. I'm so hungry now. But I feel like I can't stop. That's so unprofessional. All 3 people watching. 6? Oh well, I've got to stay. This is important. First of all, I just think all the lighting here was really like nice to look at and looked good. But I wanted to show like, you know, some exploration, but also a hand grenade. Like, she finds a hand grenade, she doesn't just like pull it out of her ass later. She uses it. Spoilers, she uses it later. And I just think it's important to have.
Hello? Hello?
In one of the trailers for the game, they used a fixed camera shot of this corridor, and it made loads of people think there was going to be fixed cameras, and I always thought it was interesting to see that corridor with fixed cameras, and so I did it. And then this next bit, I don't really think it's that changed. The cutscene's pretty similar. I put some music in at the end. It's the old classic Birkin theme. You can watch it. I am gonna go and get some food.
Won't budge. Hello? Hey. It's okay. I won't hurt you, I promise. You need help? Here, you can take my hand.
It's really annoying. Now I'll eat crisps on the
I'm
microphone.
sorry, I can't understand you.
You need help.
This is the worst creator commentary ever.
He's right behind
So sorry. See, I loved including this music, this like classic Birkin music. That bum 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 bum.
You gotta be kidding me. Stay back! Stay back!
This was actually really hard to do. How do you make a boss fight interesting when it's like hard to control? I can't control the guy. I can't control like the boss. I can't just like stand and shoot. I have to do loads of things to make it interesting to watch. Fresh, engaging, and also like dynamic, and shows difficulty, and you know, she can't just shoot him and he dies, like, because then he's no different like a zombie, so it was really hard. You don't want it over too quick, you don't want it to get too boring, you don't want to drag it out too long. I also did not realise he spoke that much. He says go away, he says Sherry, he says umbrella. So I like to show him like looking for her.
Where is it?
She doesn't talk that much in the boss fight, so I added so many more voice lines in it and made her really mouthy. I just think that made sense. And there you go, and then she resorts to the grenade that she found earlier. I'm always eating during my videos. I think I had a pizza for Resident Evil 2. Well, Resident Evil 3 I had a pizza.
Oh, crap. Oh, Hey, little girl. It's safe now. It's over.
You get ready for this, of course, because that is the first we ever
you
saw of
sure?
Claire in this remake.
Yeah,
And it was
Promise.
amazing.
everything's fine. I just need you to lower that ladder for me.
Will you help me find my mom?
Your mom is down here?
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah. Of course.
I'll help you.
I remember that trailer. I don't think I cried because I had company. I cried afterwards.
Marvin? Marvin, do you copy? Marvin! Damn it.
Another good scene coming up. Probably my favourite scene from this whole little game movie. Well, not right now. Actually, no, it's a whole scene later. But you know, do you know the one? This was another one that was very hard to film because the characters are walking and talking, and I'm trying to get different camera angles.
So, what's your mom like?
She works at Umbrella.
I muted my microphone so I could eat. I thought I unmuted it. No. What was I talking about? It wasn't that much important. But right now I'm on about how this bit was hard to film because they walk and talk at like different times. They're in a room that doesn't have an echo, and then they move to a room that does have an echo. On different footsteps, she's running ahead, staying behind, talking or whatever, and it wasn't all matching up with all the different angles and stuff I was trying to film at and make it interesting. The walking and talking segments with another character are the hardest ones to kind of film, and like, because the character's just like walking ahead and you're trying to like keep up with them and get these cool angles before they've walked past their scripted little bits. Ada was the worst. And then the camera also moves weirdly when you're doing it. It was all just horrible. But what I ended up doing with this one is I just kept them in this room, and then turned all the sound off except the voices, recorded the voice audio separately, and then did another version of it, reloaded the save, and then did one where I turned off the voices and just had them walking. And so then I was able to like put the voices in and edit the voices, and I put the echo of the voice in myself to make it sound like they were in the right place. So that was all done in post by me to make it sound like it was as it looks, because it was nowhere near what it looks like. Okay, I pressed spacebar to pause, and it muted me. That's what it was. Okay, so I wasn't muted that long then.
She's making an important new medicine.
Umbrella? That big pharmaceutical company?
So seriously.
What's your mom like?
She works at Umbrella. She's making an important new medicine.
Umbrella? That big pharmaceutical company?
My mom's always at work. I don't get to see her much.
Well, hopefully you'll get to see her again soon. So, where's your dad?
He, worked with my mom, but he's gone.
Wow, both of my parents are gone. It's just me and my brother.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be. It means we've got something in common, and that's a good thing, right?
Bless Claire, she's really trying, but you can't just tell someone, oh, your dad's dead? Well, my parents are dead, so, that's good. Bless her, she's trying. What a weird thing to say. It means we've got something in common, right?
Here. Come on.
Over there!
This was, I think, the first scene we saw of Claire. Came out like a week before the game came out.
It's closed.
Oh, the drama.
Damn it. I need a key card.
Not much I've done to edit this scene, to be honest. It just goes as it goes.
Here, come out. sure this is the way?
This is how my mom took me last time.
Sherry? I've been looking everywhere for you, Sherry. Brave little girl to leave your house in the middle of this mess. On the ground, hands behind your head.
You can't be serious.
On the ground, now. Sherry, tie her hands.
Why are you doing this?
Shut up. Tie her. Okay then. You tie her up now or she dies.
What's this all about?
Child endangerment.
I always thought Claire was so badass here. She's just cool. She's just so cool. This was a cool scene. It was cool, but also like Chief Irons sucks. I mean, like the guy sucks anyway, but I mean this character sucks. In the original, he was so much more subtle. Just bad guy straight out the gate. Literally straight out the gate.
You come with me now or say goodbye to Claire.
Okay, I'll go. You better be taking me to my mom.
Absolutely.
Don't listen to him, he's full of shit.
Reminds me, there's this like fan comic of what happens after Resi 2, and she's got this like cut on her lip the whole time from that. Makes sense, being pistol whipped hurts, I imagine. I kind of really liked how Irons ended in Claire B in the original game. Here we go again with music. This is the Resident Evil 2 theme. It's the save room music again. But this scene, this is probably my proudest scene in the whole movie because, like, again, it's telling a story that was not necessarily there in the game. But good music, good angle. Oh, so it's just the so good. I'm obsessed with it all. And like, just this. The way it's like quiet through the office door, like it's like so violent you can't see it. Kind of, I love like omitting the thing that's happening. I mean, isn't that just so cinematic? And then like it's just like depressing, and I don't know where we go from here because it's all just like depressing and shit. So just an establishing shot of the police station, like, yep. And this is where we are. It's raining outside and it's just like dark and dull and I just thought it was so good, it was so good. And a cred, end of another scene. So this is actually Ada. That's her saying like, sorry, that information's classified, but her face is staying still. It's Claire, and I shrunk Leon down really tiny, so it was just Ada. Because I thought the cutscene was cool, and I wanted to have a cool angle of Claire walking through the parking lot. The parking lot.
The police chief?
This was good. I was glad that this file was open on this page because there's so much crucial information that is in the game files that I cannot translate into movie form. I'm not about to have text up on the screen or have some like text-to-speech thing, and I wish the character just read it out loud, but they didn't. So luckily I was able to have her just kind of stood over it, the sound of pages flicking to make you think she's reading a book, and then I'm able to show the picture of the chief and her say, that bastard's... And there you go, she's read the book. And, like, that does not happen often, but, like, it was able to happen here. I was very glad.
Bastard is the police chief?
Must be where that guy came from.
More exploration. We get the weird keys. I want tattoos of those keys. God, I did get a recent tattoo. I haven't seen it.
Okay. Key card first.
PlayStation.
And then that asshole gets what's coming to him.
This is so creepy to me. I think it's because it's the music. The original basement music always like creeps me out. It's like so like, cause oh my god, I'm in the basement now. I'm on to the next place. And this is just so creepy. It's so dark. It's horrible. The hallways, the torch, the liquors. I'm really proud of the job I think I did of conveying the sense of just dread. They're so animalistic. They remind me of my pet gerbils. Good as well because we've already had Leon come in here and see all the dogs and deal with the dogs. And now the lickers are in here eating the dogs. So I just feel like it's canon. I always thought the key in the morgue was kind of very easy to find. I make it even easier in this movie though. So this is showing that, you know, the sound thing. I thought this was a really good tense scene. I like really showing the tension here of like, is he gonna see her? Is he gonna hear her? Will she get out in time? With the music, which I think the music is from the third game. Could be wrong. Or it could be from Resistance. This is so good, the way she's creeping towards her. And all the scratches on her back. I like that she like screwed her eyes shut then. That was really good. It was as if she was like, oh no! And then Liquor's lost interest, there's nothing there. And she's like, boy. Into the morgue. Yeah, she knows what that means. Ugh, dead bodies. In a zombie place. I had it so that the key was just like there and she just picks it up. And the body was already out. I didn't want to do it pulling all the drawers out and stuff. A good chance to show some self-defense. I think it's important to show that she is able to defend herself with the knife, and we are to assume she pulls the knife back out. Because this time it's two lickers and they think something's up. But we just saw her be good with the knife against the zombies, so she's able to defend herself. And then she gets the fuck out of there. And she's out. So this is where I kind of want to pretend that
Still alive.
maybe the medallion had fell out. So Leon just needed to put it back into place. And suddenly, oh, I can open the gate. Yay. And now he gets to have his goodbye with Marvin. Because Claire's already had hers.
So it goes underground. Huh. That's it. That's our way out. It's time to go.
I cut out him saying, Marvin, Lieutenant Branner, because we already used that line earlier.
We need to get you to a hospital right now.
No, save yourself.
Come on, I've got you.
Go!
can still make it out of here together. Just keep...
It's too late. I tried, Leon.
The action should be good in the RE3 movie with the dodge mechanic, but I also can't find a way to remove the effect that the dodge does, the white thing.
Just go.
So you just have to deal with that in the movie, or I'm not going to do it.
I understand.
So Leon's going down into the basement now. He's not going to exactly go down to where Claire went. Let's just assume it's some big labyrinth and he's just found another way back down into the basement that is much safer than the way he came upstairs. I was able to walk through the walls a lot as well with some of these mods, and you know that's the main hall. You can just go through that, that's the main hall, which I always thought it was nice to know what was on the other side of those windows. Liquid Snake's version of these Resi movies is really good as well. He does the fixed camera thing. He has a very more like faithful classic take on them, using their classic outfits and such. His Resi 2 movie was great. He had some really good ideas there as well, some really good editing ideas. I'm trying not to watch his Resi 3 one, because I know I will like accidentally, like subconsciously end up stealing some of the ideas when I'm making mine. But it is really good. Actually, I think I have watched it. I haven't seen the Resi 2 one. They are really good though. But yeah, he didn't do any dodging in it. I think it's because the dodging has that white effect and you can't get rid of it and it doesn't look great. I'm going to have dodging in it though, because it's Jill, she's cool. Ooh, I am so sleepy. Why did I do this today? I think it's because it was an intersection of possibilities of being up, awake, ready, pretty. I'm definitely always pretty. I've got my eyebrows drawn on, so it's alright. Got my makeup on, so I actually look presentable. I'm not doing anything. I'm off work. I have the flat to myself, and I'm free and available. So.
Hello? Hey. I don't believe it. A real human.
That zombie I focused on, my dad always liked that zombie because he said she was really like interesting and intriguing and like peaceful, and she was. She's not like violent.
That's good news, I guess.
It was interesting.
That's of course Irons sent you.
Ben.
Irons? You mean Chief Irons? Is he still around? Who cares? Hopefully he's somebody's dinner by now.
You must be Ben, right?
He's the bastard that locked me in.
Get up.
I'm sure he had a good reason. He did. I was about to blow the whistle on his dirty ass.
Horrible phrasing.
Hey,
this was another bit.
I'll make you a deal.
So when
Lock this cell and I'll give you this. There's no other
you
way
know
out of that
who
fucking garage.
smashes through the wall,
Sorry.
I
Do that.
turn the music
Talk to you
off.
first.
I think it's more creepy without the music. This music up to the build-up is good,
So either we play
and then when it
nice,
happens,
help each
I
other
turn the
out.
music off, so then all you can hear is like the screams of Ben.
Coming. What's coming? Come on.
Listen out, I
Don't
think
be an
it's
ass.
more effective.
You need this. Just get me the fuck out of here. Oh my god.
I know I do get very heavy-handed with the music sometimes, because there's so much good music
is
out
that?
there, like this.
It's
I
just
love
me.
Ada's theme, so I always include it as many times as
Put
I
that
can.
thing away.
I don't even know what
So I
happened.
think it's
Just-
important for me to kind of show restraint and remove music as well sometimes.
I told you to get out of here. You wouldn't want to end up like Ben, would you?
You knew him?
He was an informant. Had information of use to my investigation.
I also,
So what he
I
said was
really
true.
love this track. I think it's so good, so I was so happy to find any excuse to include
Hey,
it.
keep walking away from me. I don't even know your name.
Age's theme is
I'm
just
Leon Kennedy.
beautiful. And this is a remix of it by someone.
Find a way out, Leon. Before it's too late.
Leon's shotgun was getting in the way a lot as
Then
well
we'll
here.
talk. Name's Ada.
Well, I guess the deal's on.
Like all these camera angles I was doing showing like the whole Mr. X made. And then I also enjoy this transition I do here through the parking permits. It's kind of like what I did with the RPD badge before. Showing parallels and that our characters are on the same journey with the same objective. Is that the same number? It's the same number. It's just the same asset. Claire's just checking out some of the old artifacts. She's just like, wow. I have seen your idea of bringing Nemesis back after he like gets blown up, and I think it would be cool, and I would love an excuse to give him stars. But the cutscene where Jill kills him is so like final. Like it's so final, and then she has the whole like, whoa, wipes it off, good riddance. I'm gonna try it though, because I would love to, I don't know, but then it fully like blows him up like to pieces, and it blows a hole in the wall and everything. Like I don't know how feasible it would be to then like have him come back after that. Obviously he wouldn't come back in like the giant form, it would just need to be like a tiny rubbish like little shitty form. But I don't know how I could do that, because I wouldn't be able to like put that in the game. I can't put things like in the game unless like really bad like graphics, like really badly animated. I would have to use like an enemy that is there, unless I try and use like some sort of weird like mod version of the Nemesis and just kind of put it in there just so Jill can give him stars. I do want to, I mean, I'm gonna make her say it anyway in the movie that I make. That's spoilers. That's the big change I'm gonna make. But I don't know if I'll have him come back after he gets blasted, because I don't know if I can do it. That'd be fun. It'd be cool. I'm gonna try all sorts of things. So most of the time I come up with these ideas on the fly when I'm making it. So like as I'm filming it, I'm gonna be trying things, trying mods and stuff, and then like I'll do something. I'll be like, that's cool. I'll incorporate that into the film. So I'll have to just see it when I do it. I'm looking forward to it though. It's gonna be good. I'm really tempted to have Jill change her outfit. Like after the police station or something. I wanted to go to the police station. I wanted to get changed into like something more tactical, or like her Star's outfit. But then I don't know, because like the Resi 3 outfit is so iconic. I should probably just keep that. I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I could do that. Maybe I don't have to show Jill killing the Nemesis. Maybe he could just be coming back, and you can just see like, oh, he's still alive. He's still there. Jill hasn't fully killed him, but then the nuke can kill him. Maybe, yeah. And then have like a close up of like William's eye, not like actually William's eye, but like, you know, like that. Oh shit, I'm gonna blow up. This was another conversation that had lots of cool editing. You've got this, and then the Chief Irons version of conversation.
Hello?
Good to see you again,
And I
Claire.
cut back and forth.
We've got unfinished business.
What are you talking about?
Don't waste my fucking time.
Because you don't see
Bring me the
Claire's side
pendant,
until after.
Or Sherry dies.
Pendant. What do you need it for?
Do you want the girl to die?
Fine. Where are you?
The orphanage.
The orphanage. Where is that?
In the neighborhood. you'll find it.
Sherry all right?
For now.
I swear, you bastard, if you hurt her.
I tell you, I'm 100% not hyped for Resident Evil Death Island. I'm curious. I'm gonna watch it, obviously, as soon as it comes out, because I want Jill to get a return. But the Resident Evil animated things, they're never good. I don't like them. They've never been good. Degeneration was the only one that started off good, and that was only the first third of it was good. Then it had some really horrible, boring middle, and then a nonsensical end.
Don't worry, Sherry.
Infinite Darkness was just a rip of Degeneration's plot, but worse, with some Panam Stam country that we don't care about, some hard-to-done-to soldier that we don't know enough about to be invested in or care about, and it's trying to give us these emotional moments with characters we've only just met and don't know, therefore don't care about. And then a tyrant that talks, and Claire gets reduced to nothing. She doesn't even hold a gun the entire time, so that was rubbish. Vendetta was just, well, you've seen my opinion on that, balls to the walls, insane, stupid. And then someone did a review of it saying how many people they all killed, and it was crazy. Damnation was okay. Everyone likes Damnation. It was okay. It's kind of starting to jump the shark though with being able to control Lickers and have these giant tyrants. And I just think Death Island is going to be the same. And why does Jill look exactly the same as she did in Resident Evil 3? Apparently it's set after Vendetta. And yet, she looks exactly... It's just Capcom being like completely not creative. Like, give these people some new hair and some new outfits, for God's sake. They can be so, like, willing to change a character's face and a voice every 2 games so that nobody looks and sounds like them, but then when it comes to their outfits, they just keep them all in the same outfits, and it's so uninspiring and boring. Jill deserves better. Is my opinion on it. It might be good. I doubt it. I have extremely low expectations after watching Infinite Darkness, and it was my single least favourite thing in the Resident Evil franchise, actually. Mostly because it was boring, and that is the greatest sin of anything entertaining. You are making a TV show or movie. It is entertainment. You're in the entertainment industry, and what you've made is not entertaining, it's boring. That is the worst sin. As well as just taking a massive shit over characters that we love. Anyway, Sherry's bit. It's a pretty straightforward kind of, it's almost like, you know what to do. So, I just have a lot of, like, camera shots of Sherry doing things. And Claire is looking for her, so Claire's on her way. And then I do like this. This is the start of Mr. X's introduction with Leon. And I like showing and drawing the parallels between the characters. Basically, they both are dealing with stalkers in some type. Leon's dealing with a stalker in Mr. X. Sherry is dealing with a stalker in Chief Irons. And it's like a theme is being like chased and stalked, while Claire is chasing after Sherry. I just thought it's cool that it all happens at once. Leon too big.
Damn it.
A puzzle. Because nothing's easy. So you've got to show the struggles our characters have to go through. Here we go. I love this music. I wanted to give him an audio motif that like because Arnie has it in Terminator and Mr. X is just Terminator, so I wanted to have this theme play. Off with the hat. Now it's really hard to show out this guy as a threat and also like unkillable without, but also making it interesting. A little bit of lag there. Such good music. Get the drop on him. I just really enjoy that. Like, boom, 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 boom. And I notice it in T2 whenever Arnie's on screen. There's like this boom, 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 which is like the music cue of he's coming. So I wanted Mr. X to have the same. This is Sherry with the music that she has when she gets lost in the sewer in the original game. I always thought it was a really kind of sad, kind of fluty sound. There we go. Modern games and stairs.
Darn it! I need the key.
It was so hard to get that line without the sound of the imagery being in it. Actually, I could have just turned the sound effects off. That would have worked. This was, oh, you see it afterwards. I kept the singing sound in, because I thought it was that's after this scene, I think. I considered having this music on and keeping it overlap for the next bit. So imagine if this music stays on. I don't like that her body's blue. It was normal coloured in the trailer. I don't know why they made her skin blue. It's so weird. So in the actual game, he turns the music off and draws the curtain. I kept it so the music stayed on. I think having this nice music on in a terrifying situation is creepier. So I've kept the classical music on.
You need to learn to listen.
Leave me alone! Just please!
Time to teach some manners. You little bitch! You're gonna pay for this! You little shit! You hear?
Oh, I did keep the music on. I keep forgetting I have these ideas and I actually use the idea. I thought it would be just weird if I kept the music on. And I wanted it to be weird. I like the weird. And the chase begins. This was incredibly hard to film. I had to go through this entire chase, I want to say 15 times, because he is so fast he does not stop until he catches you, and I would need to stop to get the perfect camera shot or do things over and over and over again. I got to know this part of the game so well. Every single shot you see is a separate time I've had to film it. The whole thing, from the beginning. Like from the save point. Especially this bit where you have to just sit back and listen. Oh.
It's all over now. Doors.
Every camera angle, a different time I've gone through this entire sequence. matched him up pretty well.
Show yourself! I know you're in here! The longer it takes me to find you, the worse it's gonna be!
I'm not gonna last. I think I was mainly doing all the different camera angles to entertain myself because I knew how predictable this bit was getting. Especially after watch speedruns of it, it's such like a this bit. So I like that shot of Sherry as well. I thought it'd just be interesting to just do it from different camera angles because then you've got something interesting to look at is a constantly changing perspective.
This is your last fucking chance! Show yourself! Now!
I wish I could have included some of the files from the orphanage because they were horrific, but there was no way I could in this movie.
Birds!
Here we go, this is the stalker theme. Gotta have him smashing through the wall. Oh, I like this bit with the shotgun, just kind of with the music. I think it's from Resistance. It all just worked out really well. It just came out well as it was effective.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. Huh? Won't open.
Nice try, Sherry. I'm coming, Sherry. Get over here, bitch.
No!
Game is over. Now you're in trouble.
Let me go!
So you see, Birkin's in here, and I think that makes sense. What I didn't thought made sense was that when you come here later, it's Claire who's in here. So, I mean, Mr. X. So I've got it. So Leon is explicitly the one dealing with Mr. X, like in the original game with Claire A. Leon B. Ah, here we go.
Marvin.
Wanted to make this bit more emotional.
Oh no. Damn it. I'll stop this, Lieutenant. I promise.
I just think the cut to black is more effective than showing it. I was gonna show the cut to black and then it was gonna fade in and it was just gonna be like his brains on the floor or something. I think it's more effective if I don't show that though and I just show this like really solemn kind of picture of the statue. I very nearly used music from Dead Rising, which I would have thought, it's fine, it's Capcom, it's alright, like it still goes. It was from when it was Brad's end in Dead Rising. I ended up not though. I ended up using the Kendo gunshot music. I am way too tired. I'm going to call this one there, and I'm going to just, since we're halfway through it, like, exactly, I'm going to call it here, and I'm going to do the second half another time, and then just put them together in one big long video. So if you're watching this not live, this isn't going to affect you, because you're just going to carry on watching. But, my God, I need to go to sleep, and have a nap. I might, yeah. I'll try and finish this sometime soon. I'll try and give everyone a heads up when I actually do it. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this commentary so far. That's all I have to say, really, because I'm about you're gonna see the rest of the video in a second. So yeah. Huh. Thank you to all those who watched. Keep up. Wow. Drama. Just enjoying the Resi 4 remake soundtrack. Wait the obligatory 5 minutes for this thing to get started. I decided I'm going to upload it as a separate video anyway, so this whole ephemeral live business isn't even going to make the cut. So how are we doing for levels? Is he still here? Right. Part 2 of me talking over the Resident Evil 2 game movie that I made, because I was so sleepy and tired after the last one because I had been awake all night, and it was quite late into the day I was filming that. So part 2, I'm awake again, let's go. Just trying to make sure the levels are good. that was quite hard, I guess, to do. It's a bit of gameplay that's just like puzzle, which is hard to translate into like a movie. So it's just a bunch of glorified cutscenes, but it's a very aesthetically pleasing room. Okay, so this is Claire heading to the orphanage, some good outside stuff, so I really wanted to include this. I didn't want to just like gloss past it. But also, dogs are really hard to work with because they're so unpredictable. This is good as well. This music from the original game.
That doesn't explain the rumors about the orphanage. I just find it way too coincidental Umbrella's one of the benefactors.
You told me this interview was about the new scholarship Umbrella set up.
Come on, that nobody cares about that. They want to know about the G virus
Where did you hear about this?
and that big fucking sinkhole in the city, which, by the way, rumor has it goes straight to your underground lab. Now, are you gonna talk to me, or are you gonna...
This interview's over.
Bitch.
What are they after?
See that bit where he says like, what are they after? It's like as you're picking up something and it doesn't look good, so I had to like edit that over this. And this is an action scene. Leon deserves an action scene. Claire's getting all their orphanage stuff, so I needed to ramp up the tension. Because it was a lot of it was a bit of a slow bit of the game. It's lots of like kind of finding things and running errands. So the prison escape, it happens, but I didn't know how to make it happen in the movie, so I made it a cool scene by doing loads of the slow-mo stuff. Just playing the game in slow motion. It's not actually slowed down footage. I was actually just playing it this slow, which was kind of nice, kind of helpful to record, because it means I can kind of like process things as they're happening better. And I got some cool shots. Look at some of this. Got to include some cool voice lines as well. Look at some of these angles of just like shooting the zombie and then oh. I feel like shooting guns and killing zombies is one of the fun things about Resident Evil, and you don't really get that in a lot of the movies, so here we are having a good showdown with some zombies. But then, and there's that Mr. X theme music again, that
Give me a break.
musical cue. I got very lucky with that. Thank you, it was very cinematic. Even down to like so many shots, because every single shot means positioning the camera, getting the character there, getting them in shot, making them do the thing, and then usually having to do it like 3 or 4 times to make it look good and look right. Sometimes it doesn't work at all. I'll be sat there, just press record, and I'll be going for like 20 minutes just for a 10-second shot. I had 24 hours of footage filmed altogether for this movie.
This is getting old. Saving your ass, that's twice.
I didn't realize you were keeping score.
Still think she looks so much better without the shades.
Nothing dies down here.
Look, this isn't a game. This is a game movie. There's a shot of Leon coming up where he like looks at the flames and then looks away.
Take it you have the key card.
Because it was gameplay talking. It didn't look very cinematic, so then I just took the cutscene and reversed it. I'll point it out again.
Maybe. After I hear it. Let's get out of here.
See this shot? And then Ada walking up to the thing. And then Leon looks away. That's just the same shot but backwards.
Open the shutter.
This whole like walking and talking segments are really hard to film because the other character just walks off and I'm chasing them with the camera being like, oh my god, wait, and then having to like run 10 steps ahead and then pause the game, position the camera. It's like really hard to do and very hard to then have my character walking behind.
Ben didn't come through.
Well, what exactly are you looking for?
More info on the people responsible for this
I
mess.
do wish Resident Evil 2 had more combat sections. You notice anytime you're with another character, there's no combat. Same as Resident Evil 3. It's almost as if the RE engine hadn't figured out how to have AI combat or something yet. Resident Evil 4's done it, so I wish they could go back and perfect it for this game because some of the best bits were like when Leon and Ada are shooting zombies together. Oh, shiny hair. So Leon had his action scene, Claire's got her action scene. Really hard to film. They were not very well trained dogs. And we got to showcase the machine gun. Oh, the bus. It's the bus. So I have the bus music. Wow. What a tune. Little shot from inside the window, which had this weird motion blur effect. I didn't do that.
It's gotta be the orphanage.
I like the parallels as well.
What a mess.
So I'm trying to tell a story here. As if you've not played the game. You don't know what's happening.
Move! I'm just passing through. I'm gonna ask you to lower that weapon.
Like hell you are.
He's also got Spaz 12.
Right back out the way you came in.
Sorry. So,
I think you're
we don't know what's happened to Sherry. Last we saw, she was getting chased by the chief, and then Birkin came,
Drop it.
and we're like, oh gosh, what's happened to Sherry? I hope she's okay.
Step aside.
And then Leon and Ada's story is showing us kids can get infected, and we're not afraid to show zombie kids.
Fucking daughter.
And then it kind of is meant to just make you worry a little bit more about Sherry.
Just let them be.
Like, oh jeez, is this like foreshadowing what could happen to Sherry?
Sweetheart, I told you to stay put.
Also a nice emotional scene. I thought it was a little bit lacking in subtlety. I thought it was a very obvious, like, oh, let's include a scene where it's like sad and it's his daughter because we really want to win some awards. I mean, it's good, I like it, but it also felt very just kind of like blatant. Like, yeah, of course, I've got to include this because, you know, they want the game to win, like, Game of the Year.
Something. How did this happen?
I'm so skeptical. Such a cynic.
She was a sweet little angel.
Mommy.
This is another, like, infected, some stage of infection person speaking, despite still going through, like, the necrosis of infection. Which is an interesting part of the remake canon. Brad does it as well. We never see talking zombies until like this point.
Just go. Just give us some privacy.
You know, it's one thing to keep the truth from me, but why him? I want to find out what's happening here and stop whoever's behind it. Helping people like them? That's why I joined the force.
That's why I became a co-op.
My mission is to take down Umbrella's entire operation.
This scene just works so much better when she doesn't have
I may not
those
make it out.
stupid sunglasses on.
Whatever it takes to save this city. Count me in.
So now, talking about what I was saying about parallels and stuff, we've now got Claire coming to the orphanage, and it's like, oh god, what is she about to find? I also include, like, sad music. which if you listen for it, it's actually just the music from Leon and Ada in the cable car in this game. I had this idea for this scene. Like, did you notice there's the claw marks on the door as well from Birkin coming in? Like, it's just meant to show, like, something horrible has happened. So, I don't know if that story comes across, but that was what I was trying to tell.
Hello? I have the pendant! Oh no.
She's worried for Sherry. She thinks she's probably dead.
Jesus Christ! Sherry? Can you hear me? God damn it.
So
Sherry?
it's like, it's desperate.
Sherry, are
She's
you here?
desperate. And then what's coming up is actually one of the biggest changes I made that inspired me making this whole movie.
Claire! Sherry? I'll be right there!
Special thank you to Maverick who made this mod for me. It's Birkin.
Go, go, go!
With some Darkside Chronicles music.
How are you still alive?
So in the game that was Mr. X, but that does not make sense to me because it was Birkin who we saw in the orphanage coming after Sherry. So it makes sense to me that it's Birkin and not Mr. X. Mr. X is Leon's problem in this movie, not Claire's. So it's Birkin. And then there is a scene where Birkin slices Mr. X, which is really cool. I had to get very creative to make that not happen, so this is how it plays out instead. So you don't see Mr. X's like sliced up body fall on the floor. I put a mod in place for those specific second long clips where he was a giant egg toy thing. Because it was too big, it just kind of clipped out of the game during the cutscene, which worked out well for me. Another walk and talking bit.
I'm going to bring her down.
That explains the horrible things I've seen.
This is how we get to Annette.
Based on what you've said, the sewer seems fitting.
Well said. After you.
Gee, thanks.
I like this ominous, foreboding camera angle. It just makes it feel like Ada's up to no good. I just want it, like, stir suspicion.
Leads right into Umbrella's secret facility.
Come on. Sewers are run by the city. How could they have a facility without the authorities knowing?
Welcome to corporate America. Umbrella's controlled Raccoon City for years.
Jesus. That an earthquake?
I sure as hell hope so.
I don't like the sewers in the remake, no. I like playing it the first time. It was a pleasant surprise, but least favourite part of the game. I actually prefer them in the original. I find them really fun and interesting in the original. This game's sewers is just bleh.
Claire, are you alright?
But anyway, there you go. Both characters are now in the sewers at the same time. Amazing.
Claire, you have to get up. He's going to get us. Wake up! Wake up!
Oh, poor little Sherry.
Ugh. You sure this is the right way?
Unfortunately.
Wait there.
This is another bit that was quite difficult to film in a way that's different to how the game presents it. Wish I could have done more.
Leon! Get out of there!
Holy shit!
Chew on that, you overgrown son of a
I
bitch.
had to do that like 5 different times, which
Leon,
meant
up
like
here.
doing it and then dying inevitably, but
What
oh.
the hell was?
Just get up here. Wake up. Wake up. Open your eyes. Hold still. Not infected.
Sherry? Where's Sherry?
Sherry's fine.
Do you know Sherry?
It's an impressive display of strength.
What happened to her?
We have to assess the situation.
The original Annette music.
You. I'm Claire.
Didn't foresee this.
Excuse me. Where is she? Hello?
What?
Where's
Oh,
she?
Annette. Tell me, what happened to William?
I don't know. Who is that?
The creature responsible for this.
What? Can you help me find Sherry?
Seems to be evolving much faster than expected.
Where are you going?
Look, I don't
I
have
really
time
enjoy
for
this
20
interaction,
questions.
just like, I think it's because I'm just a massive Claire fan, but I just like enjoy
Everything's under
seeing
control.
someone talk to Claire.
I need to find Sherry.
My daughter is not your concern. I'm just impressed you made it in one piece.
And then that follows into
Umbrella sells monsters like that to who? Our military?
recording in the lift is
Somebody
very
else's?
difficult.
They don't sell
You
the
freeze the
monsters.
camera
They
stays
sell the
put,
viruses.
the lift carries on going down.
And Annette is who makes the viruses. As scary as that alligator was, Annette is far more dangerous.
And this is the Ada theme.
William's handiwork.
Identify yourself.
Annette Birkin.
She's who we're looking for?
Not much time. Need to dispose of it. We're here for the G virus. That's not gonna happen. I'm warning you, Doctor. Oh, yeah?
Hey!
Stop!
You'll never get the G virus.
Didn't expect that from a scientist. Leon.
Forget about me. Just go. Stop her before she gets away.
Sherry's her daughter?
This was a good way to cut back and forth with the cutscenes. I don't really enjoy cutting to black and then back, here we are. So being able to switch between Ada and Claire was good. And this is a really nice remix of Ada's theme that I just really enjoy.
Once it's in hand, I'll call for extraction. You can run, Annette, but you can't hide.
I decided to omit the EMF visualizer because it didn't work well with the different camera angles. I didn't know if I enjoyed it. It felt really high tech and kind of unnecessary. Like, it's not, I'm not saying she doesn't have it, she uses it later to hack into something, but let's just presume she has small explosives on her instead, and that's how she did that. Like, she's an agent, she's a mercenary, she just needs some weird high-tech feature gun. also left Mr. X out of Ada's whole bit because it was mostly for time, and it actually just didn't add anything. I mean, it was important to be like, oh yeah, he's still there and he's still chasing them. But I kind of like the idea of not knowing he's here till the lab, because then that makes his reveal in the lab more interesting, I thought. I really wanted to tease Mr. X walking down the cable car thing, like just randomly, just like someone's walking, it's like, oh. But, I didn't. See, this music's so nice. I really enjoy Ada's theme anyway.
Visitor clearance confirmed. Your ID is authorized until October 1st. Please return before this date. Not gonna happen.
I also left out the incinerator thing because I couldn't get it to work, so I just left it out. Ada just finds the wrist thing and takes it.
Enough with this cat and mouse game.
Conversations all still make sense.
The game is over. You lost. Tell me, is your husband still alive? Or did you kill him so you could take credit for G? Interesting theory. You don't cooperate, I'll get a sample from the nest. Over my dead body.
I think it's because I've seen this cutscene so many times, but I took the music out and I just kind of like it that way.
Where's Leon when I need him?
I really like this bit of it as well. I was so tempted to include a nightmare for Leon and play with some mods, but I feel like whenever people do that, that just reeks of like, look at this fun, cool mod I've got. Look at this fun, crazy thing I can do. Which, like, when you're watching or playing something that isn't real life, it's not that weird. It's like, oh look, it's all the different character models, but everyone's the same thing, or Leon's the zombie, or whatever. It's like, it's fun in theory, but like, all that says to me, oh cool, you've got a cool mod.
Sherry? Why didn't you stay in the house? It was safe there.
So I didn't. I was gonna have like Leon be the cop in the gas station who gets killed, and then he wakes up like, whoa.
Those things were everywhere, and
I'm scared of being infected.
You should have called the police.
Save that for Resident Evil 4.
I did, but nobody came, and you didn't answer your phone, so... Sherry...
This music is a save room music in the remake, but it's a kind of remix of the marshalling yard theme, which I really enjoy.
Sherry! Sherry, I'm coming!
I love this transition I do right here. Look at that. So my implication is that it is the same room that they're in. It's just such a big, massive room that all this stuff goes on. And maybe Ada's just like really sly. She kind of like wakes up and is like, I'm not going to say anything. And lets it happen.
That's a pleasant smell.
Hold on, Sherry. I'll be right
The music's nice and atmospheric as well. But obviously, I don't think this is a very interesting part of the game, especially to watch. Oh, so Claire walks around a sewer and figures out where she's going. Great. So, need to include some tension. It's coming. It's all about like scenes and peaks and valleys. So we had the cutscenes, we had the emotion, we even had the Birkin bit. We had the alligator, and then we had the Annette. It's all lots of stories happening. So now we need to slow it down with a bit of gameplay. I don't want to just cut to the next cutscene. We need to slow it down. Sewers, horror, bring it back to like horror and creepiness, but like. I need to bring that in, introduce some threat, rather than just kind of like bland gameplay. So in comes the G-adults.
Oh, Jesus. They're everywhere.
Really hard to film once again. And I hate these things. From a gameplay perspective. As an enemy, I really enjoy what the remake did with them. What a fun idea.
What the fuck?
Do you know how hard it is to aim when you're not over the shoulder and you don't have crosshairs? Really enjoyed this camera angle. What a shot. And this one, with them all just marching towards her. Oh, gross. I love all the different colours going on as well in this one room. You've got like bright red, but also just murky green. The remake's really good with light, especially in wet environments. That was they said that was the concept for the game. The aesthetic was like bright, like lights in wet, dark environments. Mostly rain, but like any kind of wetness. And there we go, Claire survives by the skin of her teeth. What a shot. What a cool shot.
I don't like the sound of that.
Obviously, I left out the chess puzzle door thing because it just wasn't too interesting. Didn't translate well as a movie. So the door's just open.
I'm coming, Ada.
Power must be out.
I'm really pleased with what I did with this boss fight here. So this is just meant to be Leon just kind of generally exploring the area, just jumping around and going places. Because I thought they're both neck and neck for like boss fights, and I want them both to fight this one. So it's even. Otherwise, Leon's not going to have any Birkin fights at all. It's a big place. You forget the geometry and the maps that you know, and just take it as I'm presenting it. Oh, and this music is... It's the first Birkin theme, I think. It's a few Birkin themes. This one's from the actual remake. This is the music it would have been.
Why would you die? What are you, invincible?
Loads of ad-libs from Claire. Might even be fan-made music at some point. This isn't though. Next one is, I think.
What the fuck?
Claire!
Leon?
Hold on! I'll be right there!
Get out of here!
So Claire runs away because she knows, like, oh my god, this thing's gonna kill us. Leon, I guess, doesn't. Claire jumps down a thing and slides down a thing and slides back into the sewer, escaping the boss fight. And I like that Claire and Leon saw each other and met, because now that they're aware that the other is alive, whereas in the game you were told this by some rubbish little notes. Notes doesn't work in a movie, so this is how they see each other. And then, while Claire's kind of in the depths of the sewers, we see the weird USS guys, and it's like, what's that all about? That's weird.
I'm so sorry, Sherry. This is taking forever.
Some cool music coming up. Love this theme. Yeah. I think this is a fan-made remix.
Gotta be another way. How do I kill this thing?
I like this, including Leon being like, how do I kill this thing? There's gotta be another way, like, you know. He figures it out, so he doesn't just run up to it and use a thing. He's kind of like, okay, I'll do that, but also he shoots the guy. It's not as easy as just a box. He's gotta, like, you know, shoot him. And you get some cool Leon with a shotgun action. I also enjoy, like, how I was able to film this from a couple angles. Very limited. Just to really show that impact. Could I have had him climb back up? Probably. But cut that out. Just have him fall off the first time. Save time. And oh, look who it is. It's the weird bodies that we just saw before. This is one of them.
This is Nighthawk. Come in, Alpha. Alpha, do you read?
Nighthawk, this is Hunk from Alpha Team.
Man, I thought you were all wiped out. Guess there's no keeping down the Grim Reaper, huh?
I thought it was a good way to introduce the third of the film. Introduce a new character. Who's this mysterious guy? What's he up to? What's he doing?
Sherry? Claire? Sherry, are you alright?
Side note, a net over the speaker sounds exactly like a net on the phone in Darkside Chronicles. Deadass sounds like the same voice actor.
Sherry's been implanted.
So weird.
She can't be saved.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're her mother. Get in here!
You don't understand. William is still out there, and if I don't stop him...
This conversation is over!
I like this music, so I made it louder.
Wait!
There's that little piano bit then.
Wait! I can treat her. In my lab. It's not far away.
Mommy?
There's not enough time. Millions of lives are at stake.
Now, obviously, for this game movie, I don't want the cutscenes
Sherry?
to just end as
Mommy loves you,
cutscenes
sweetie.
and like become a compilation of cutscenes. So I make an effort to seamlessly make the cutscenes flow into the gameplay. So I keep the music on, change it all around, keep the sounds going.
Sherry, don't worry. I will get you whatever.
So it's kind of like, look, here's my own little addition and contribution. The cutscene doesn't just end.
Thank you, Claire.
When your character is holding someone, the controls completely change. The camera refuses to stay like still. The character refuses to stay still. It was weird. It was like the controls completely changed, so it was very awkward. So there's a lot of these static shots. It was very hard to do.
Good. Cable car.
Here. Okay. Here we go. Just hold on, Sherry, okay? You're gonna be just fine.
And then again, I didn't have the cut to black here.
Do not exit until the final destination.
I didn't want to imply that like time had passed. So we just look at what Leon's doing instead.
Ada! Ada, where are you?
I also think this music kind of fits.
Ada. I was getting worried there.
And now it's back into the music it was.
I can't get it out.
So the implication there is that Ada was maybe sitting there watching Claire and Sherry do their whole thing. Just being really mysterious as she is. Or maybe it's such a big room they didn't even notice. Or maybe they're two different rooms and they're symmetrical, they're just next to each other. But
do it myself.
I just feel like it makes more sense than whatever the game presented us.
So, what do we do now?
Get yourself out of here. While you still can.
I'm not just gonna leave you. Not like this.
You don't understand. The situation's worse than I thought.
You're not getting rid of me that easy. You protected me. Now it's my turn.
Didn't realize we were keeping score.
Grab my shoulder.
Don't push it, rookie.
Okay, just trying to help. Watch your step.
You want to help? We have to get to the nest.
Nest?
Really enjoy the dynamic these two have here. It feels like a proper little detective duo.
Net let it slip. That's where the virus samples are.
Let's go solve some crimes.
You up for this?
I think I could fit it in my schedule.
Come on. We got work to do.
Yes, ma'am.
And Claire loses the jacket.
Hey. Are you okay?
Your jacket's so warm.
My brother gave it to me. You know it's supposed to be lucky.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Are you kidding me? You were doing just fine without me, so I came along and got you all sorts of trouble. I have something of yours.
I don't want it.
Really? Why not? It's so pretty.
It's from my mom. For my birthday last year. All I really wanted was for her to be home more.
I know it seems like your mom doesn't
I do have the
care,
music
but-
slightly sooner.
Hey,
Just slightly different. I just like to change things just a little bit.
hang in there, okay?
Now, arriving at nest.
It's okay. I've got you. Come on.
I also just really enjoy the music and that dramatic crescendo of the violin, so I've kept it going. The cutscene hasn't ended. We keep
Just hold
watching.
on,
It's
Sherry.
like, it just makes the stakes feel so much higher. Like, okay, we're here. It's the lab. Oh, the door's opening. It's so grand. And there's the cable car going back. Because Leon and Ada need it.
Enjoy your visit.
And this cutscene didn't have any music. And I feel like with music, it's so much more effective. It like, again, it just makes the stakes feel higher.
Now what?
This email for 1998, this is such a contemporary looking email interface.
Viral agent. That's it. That's gotta be it. Hey. Hey, Sherry. I gotta go. You stay right here, though, okay? I'll be back soon. I promise.
I just really enjoy music. I think it's because the 90s video games had such loud music, so music was really used to convey emotion, in which you can do effectively without music, as I did with like the Mr. X scene. But there's so much good music as well that I really wanted to include it in this. So this is another track that I really enjoy.
So be prepared.
Which, if you listen, you can hear the zombie noises in the background from the original game. But this just, it feels so like anime or something. Like it's so romantic. It's a remix of Ada's kissing theme. by single point postulate, I think.
I can't wait for the FBI to raid Umbrella headquarters and take those bastards to justice.
I agree, but to be clear,
Because we've already used the music from this cutscene in the scene where we thought Sherry had died. So this is what we're using in this scene. It's the Leon Quesada music.
Trust me.
You recognize it. So romantic and melancholy and solemn.
Honestly, if I didn't, you'd probably be dead.
Drama and cinema.
I thought I might need your help, and I was right. If you can secure the G-Virus, I can make sure what happened in Raccoon City never happens again.
Ada, you said it yourself. It's a federal case. I don't have the authority.
Look at me. I'm a liability now. If I'm gonna finish this case, you're the last hope I've got.
I'm not just gonna leave you here. What if you're attacked? What if you need help?
I timed it up so it was just that bit. There's so much mixing going on with the music here. It's like,
I'll be fine.
this little bit with the piano though, it's so cute and romantic and...
I gotta see this through. And I want to see you again. I got plenty to live for. Trust me.
Now, arriving at Nest.
Go. Please, we don't have much time. You're gonna need this.
Especially like that little piano cue when he looks at the bracelet, just like, it all worked out so well.
Counting on you.
I know.
So, antiviral agents in the West.
I really enjoyed the B scenario in the original game and how you entered the lab from a completely different area that you don't even see in the A scenario, and I really thought we were getting that in this game, and I was very disappointed that we didn't. When I was looking over the thing just before you come into here and you see just this big expanse of area, I remember thinking like, maybe this is where we come in the B scenario, maybe this is where the other character comes in. Where's the other character? How's the other character going to get here? I'm so curious. When I found out they all did the exact same route, the same thing, no matter which character we are, and then they try and pass it off as an A and B scenario. So disappointed.
We're entering the lab of Dr. William Birkin, an Umbrella scientist
This is from
classified samples of a weaponized virus
Operation Raccoon City. So hard to do. I do not own that game on PC. Only PS3. Can't record a PS3. Swear to you, record it using my phone. Get the bit on the... Oh, so hard to do. And here's Hunk watching this old videos. I guess off maybe his dead teammate's camera or something, or he's just watching small videos. Just reminiscing.
This is my life's work.
I thought it was a good way of showing the video because, like, I wanted to show it now. I think Hunk has the same voice actor, so it all works. And it just kind of informs who this guy Hunk is. What's he doing? What's his mission? These guys, part of a larger group, they were in here to do something. They have an unfinished job. And a vendetta.
That's correct, sir. Roger that. Just the samples, then. Let's move.
And with the power of editing, the next video, where they are now, I thought this was so effective. Just the way he's talking. Yeah, like pleading with a monster, saying like, don't hurt him, and then just like crying. Oh, so horrible. That's horror.
What the hell, Hunk? You're late for extraction.
Ignore what's happening on television. Pretend it's an old CCTV feed.
The guys at the top just ordered a full cleanup on Raccoon City, so move
More
fast.
Operation Raccoon City voice lines recorded on my phone, off my telly from my PS3. put into this. Music from Resident Evil 3. This is a clip from Resident Evil 3.
Gotta find that antiviral agent soon.
But it's Jill as Claire.
Where the G-virus is.
So here we are. So everyone, all roads come to this. All paths lead to here. So this is, everybody is on a mission to do the same thing. Claire's looking for a thing. Leon's looking for the G sample. Claire's looking for the cure. Hunk's looking for the whatever he has to do. Mr. X is looking for some. All our characters are all coming in. Now I didn't want to just show everyone the same lab twice. So Claire's running around in the Resi 3 lab, just to show that this is a big lab. It's a big place. Also, this music's so good. It was like a good kind of remix of the expansion theme, I think it was, or was it Escape? Something like that. So she's got a lot of steps to do to try and make this antiviral agent. This is where I've got a lot of aggressive, kind of swift cutting between everyone. The arm, you've got to include the arm. It's Resident Evil 2. Leon's doing the power puzzle things. If you look closely, you'll realise that's Jill and not Claire, because, like, it's Claire's face and hair and everything, but it's Jill's outfit, but with a black tank top instead of blue. But it looks close enough to Claire that I thought in quick clips, you can't tell. No, I just enjoyed this, like, it was 4 tracks in one in, like, a kind of sequence. So I just, like enjoyed that. Now, this is a track from Darkside Chronicles. It's when you're in the police station chasing Sherry. I thought it was a really good track. And we get to show who Hunk is. He's a formidable foe. And some combat against the zombies. We need to show the lab has zombies. Ingredient. An ambiguous ingredient. And there's the G virus. There it is. Hunk and his badass zombie shoes house, because he's a cool guy. Show all the lights coming on. This was fun.
Antiviral agent.
Put in the Claire voice clips, it just makes it work so much better. Change the colour from this from purple to blue. Show a clip of a liquor. Recontextualise this tongue. It's actually Nemesis' tentacle. I didn't like the idea of her slashing at her neck, so I cut it down to 1 slash. Add in some Claire grunts. You wouldn't even know. And there we go, just some extra drama in the lab. I do enjoy that I had the idea to use a liquor instead of the Nemesis, like... Don't forget about liquors, they are threat.
That did the trick.
Here he is.
Him again?
Him again, yeah, it's his music. He's back for Leon. I just really wanted him to feel like a threat. And then Leon escapes by the skin of his teeth. That fade to black with them horrible steps. Oh, family picture. Sherry looks dead weird in that picture, you know. This is the music from Annette's recollection, which is when she's like telling that story in the original second game. But I get this one bit and I loop it over and over. Thought it was good to show the lab, and the music here is completely different. I'm using all the music from that cutscene, but kind of timed it up how I wanted, which actually involved a lot of like mixing.
Your ass again. William! This ends now.
I don't know if you recognise the cutscene this music's from. One of my favourite cutscenes in the game.
That was my husband.
The original game. I enjoy this. This was
I should have killed him while I had the chance.
This is showing that Leon kind of is watching it on the cameras. Annette saying it shouldn't have been like this. That's from her version of this conversation with Leon, but I thought I'll just cut it out and include it here. Just throw some extra bits in. Sprinkle some extraness.
What about Sherry? How could you just leave her all alone? And while Raccoon City burned to hell? I couldn't let my daughter grow up in a
Here
world
comes
with
music.
a virus in it. But that's no
Cool.
Claire.
I like the idea that Leon sees this, because then it means he like...
Get out. Get out now!
Well, that was from him in the car, but I put it there. You know, the inspiration for that was actually from the trailer. They did that in the trailer, and I thought, that's a fun idea, I'm gonna do it.
Sorry.
Damn it!
No. I got this. You should take
How this time's up? Oh, amazing. Happy accident.
damn good idea. Whatever you do, don't stop until it's finished. Trust me. This ends now.
Oh, one of the big boss fights of the game. Probably the best boss fight of the game, I reckon. Here's Hunk watching from the sidelines too. Very hard to film this was. And I needed some ideas because I didn't know. I was like, what do I do? Just show Claire, just go to town on this guy, just shoot him. Because that's going to get boring. So I try and keep it interesting, but then bear in mind there's another boss fight or two after this. I can't just have a character keep shooting and, you know. Here's Hunk being decisive. This is actually a cutscene of Leon flipped. And with Hunk instead of Leon. He's seen what Birkin and the G-Virus is capable of doing to his guys and his team. So, maybe he's going to have a change of heart. Everyone likes Hunk, so it's very easy to see him as a good guy. I wish I'd included some reactionary audio here, but I didn't know what. So cool. With the premiere of this, when I was watching it live, everyone's reaction to this scene was so good.
Get out. Survival's your responsibility.
How cool is that? I thought I can have Hunk help her, but I can't have him just help from a distance. That's such a cop-out. I need them to be on screen at the same time if I'm going to do this properly. If I'm not going to just cheapen out of it. So that's how I did it. And now Hunk has took over. So yeah, Claire had that boss fight, but she's not going to be the one to finish it. Hunk finishes it. This lets Hunk have a moment of glory, while Claire kind of understandably needs to escape. This is just somewhere else in the lab. These have this conversation. They've not spoke before. So I cut out a couple lines for context.
Feels worse. Believe me. tell me you'll destroy that G sample.
Like there, Leon says, "Look about what you said. I cut that out."
It's going to the FBI.
And it's also more impressive later on then when Claire has other boss fights. It makes the stakes feel higher if she's not already beat this guy like 5 times. So that's like her leaving because Hunk saves her. It's good because otherwise she would have been screwed.
Sell it. G-Virus is gonna go to the highest bidder.
Bullshit.
I hope you're right.
And here I don't show Annette dying. She walks away. She doesn't die. Why doesn't she die? Because, well, spoilers, we need her to come back later. And also she's busy. She's on the run. She needs to get back to Sherry. That's what she was doing. Meanwhile, here's Hunk. He's getting bested by Birkin, but he needs to take revenge on this creature for killing his team. Here's Annette. She's on her way to Sherry, just to break up the scenes a bit. And there's Hunk. He has been bested and defeated, but he defeated Birkin and saved Claire, and that is his legacy for now. Here's the flashback scene. I decided to include it now because it's a good way to kind of break up. Maybe Annette's remembering it while she's asleep or something. I don't know. Increased the colour a lot because I wasn't a fan of the like sepia tone. So I tried my best to correct it. Tried really hard to correct it. But it's still got a kind of slight tint to it. That's fine.
Good God, William. What have you done?
And this is both of them. This is Leon and Claire's version. Edited together. Into one long memory.
William!
Back to reality.
Hey!
I knew you'd make it. My mom needs help.
Now this scene is pretty much as is.
Annette?
With a couple changes.
Sherry.
With one change.
How are you?
Okay. But you don't look so good.
I think I saw the music at a slightly different time.
Mommy?
Hey, look at the screen. Oh, thank God. So Sherry's gonna be all right? She'll be weak for a little while, but yes. She's free of the G-Virus. Did you hear that?
There you go. She's free of the G-Virus. Resident Evil 6 shouldn't happen. Games keep copping out with this whole like, but actually, she's still got some of it left in her. Like what's it? Jill Valentine doesn't age anymore because she still has some of the virus left in her. Well then, did she get it taken out of her or not? Why do you get to have some of it and just the good effects? Why does Sherry get to heal? Which only works in cutscenes and not in gameplay. And why does Jill get to not age? It's so, I think it's stupid. It's either out of you or it isn't. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, Sherry. For everything.
Next, is Leon going to be immortal because he had some Plagas in him? Here we go.
That was easy.
So Leon just took the G-Virus.
We can't just leave her
Which
here.
means...
You're right, we can't.
Because I always wondered that in this cutscene, like, this is implied to have happened at completely different times in how the game presents it.
It's a self-destruct code.
So I'm making it make sense.
In case
And it was really hard to do. But you might be thinking, but if Annette is dying here, how's the next scene going to play out? How indeed. I spent a very, very long time figuring out different ways to make this next bit work. Also this broke my heart.
Sherry, just say goodbye to your mom. Mom, please say goodbye.
Just a little hug. No.
Please, Sherry. Listen. She loved you, okay? You really gotta get going. Mom.
Especially this little kiss. It's so sweet. So sad.
You were right about this jacket. I'm so lucky to have you.
Listen, we can talk more about that later. We gotta hurry now. Come on.
I just spent an hour recording a skincare review and I think it didn't record.
I was just thinking about you.
That makes two of us. I was getting worried.
No, we make a good team. I gotta ask you something.
Way's clear. Please, tell me you got it.
So if you remember this scene from the original game, I've used a version of the music from that scene.
We do that.
Completely redid this scene with music.
She claims you're not FBI.
It's just so much more dramatic. I don't know if it's more cinematic, but it is dramatic.
Why couldn't you just hand over the sample?
Because I realized, as much as I wanted to trust you, I didn't.
I really hoped it wouldn't end up like this.
So that's all this was. I was just some pawn to you?
Look, I'm just doing my job.
And I'm doing mine, so drop that damn gun! I'm taking you in.
Hand over the sample, Leon. I don't want to hurt you.
And you shoot me. But I don't think you can.
The music's so tense. Remember, Annette died. Because they're on opposite sides. Ghost Survivor confirms that. And you can't let the G-Virus get out either way. Especially if it's not going to be him doing it.
Hold on. I think I can. Oh, shit.
Forget it.
Shut up, I've got you.
The music's so good.
It's not worth it.
Don't do this.
Take care of yourself, Leon.
No!
This is another version of the music, which is so like haunting. So I thought I'll just show some nice dramatic establishing shots.
Claire? Yeah?
Where is this conversation? Sherry thinks she's gonna die.
Nice to meet you. For helping me. I'm really glad I met you.
I'm really glad I met you too, Sherry.
Like, she sees the place being destroyed and she thinks we're gonna die down here. So she's saying all this like, I'm really glad I met you. Just thank you for helping me, by the way. Which is like, really sad. Yeah, she thinks she's dying. Or maybe she's just like feeling some type of way because her mum just died. here we go with the Escape the Laboratory theme tune. So Sherry's ran ahead. And this is me getting very creative with Resident Evil 3. Lots of cutting here to hide Nemesis. And those are Claire grunts to really sell it. I just thought it like added drama. It was so good. That little red line at the top. You might not notice it until I pointed it out, but I could not get rid of it. It was the timer. I tried so hard to get rid of it.
We're almost out of here.
Claire, maybe we can use that.
Worth a try.
What are you doing?
I gotta get this train moving. I need you to stay right here, okay?
Okay. I promise I won't move.
Good.
Be careful.
Always.
It's like they both know there's a boss fight coming. Like, what unnatural dialogue.
Is this a fucking joke?
I was very pleased with that shot. Mr. X is another one he's quite difficult to control and predict and film. Oh, here's the music as well from the original. Well, just before he like transforms.
Gotta keep going.
I love this track. This is so hard to find, this one. It's like second half of the escape music on the train. Oh, so good. It's so like, the beat to it, it's just so like beaty.
Leon?
So punchy, that's the word.
Yeah, but the whole place is coming down. Look, you need to get out. Fast.
I know.
Fun fact, these conversations don't actually line up.
I think
We can make it. Where are you now?
They're like two separate versions,
Claire,
depending on which character you are.
Leon? Sorry, you're breaking up.
don't worry about me. Just get out of here.
Leon! Leon!
Damn it.
The grenade launcher, we've got to include it. I didn't want to get too crazy with all the crazy weapons, but gotta have the grenade launcher. Otherwise, how else did Claire survive this battle if she doesn't have a crazy powerful gun? Just makes it seem like right. And of course, they're both boss battles lining up perfectly. Another good bit of original music here. I remember so vividly filming these. I had to show like close-ups of them shooting, show loads of combat, show reloading, because you can't just have them just shoot constantly. You've got to show reloading. You know, getting hit, nearly being hit. Cool transition into the G5 music. And then running out of ammo as well. She progressively gets to weaker weapons, if you notice. Like, the grenade launcher, that's run out, so now she's down to the machine gun. It's going to just keep going and going. Tension. Because the characters always use pistols in the cutscenes, so I always have to have them end up back to the pistol. And then when Leon delivers the killing blow, make that a reference to the original game as well, which is a reference to the first game, when it does the 3-shot rocket thing. Okay, well the first shot obviously whacks away. But then I really enjoy how covered in blood she is here.
We're getting out of here.
And then here I include the music from the original game. And it all works so well. The timing and everything. There's so much little edits involved making this happen. Because I love the ending of the original game and this train music. Oh, it was so good. And then Darkside Chronicles used a remix of the train music as the final fight with Birkin. So I used that track. That's just... Oh. So many like nods to the original game in this, because obviously I love the original game. And it tells the better story. So this, I'm trying to make this as good as that.
So what's the first thing you want to do when we get out of here?
Obviously it's better in some ways.
I want to see where you live.
Good. Take a shower.
Yeah.
Really? That bad? Oh yeah.
And I'm really excited for how I did the final fight. That was a fun, cool idea, and executed well. It is both. It is Steam on a Windows PC. If you have it on PC, you are playing it on Steam. Steam is the only way to play it on PC.
I told you we'd make it, didn't I?
You did.
I think that's right.
This is Sherry.
Okay. Jesus.
Lots of little edits here as well to make it work.
Sherry. I'm gonna go check it out.
Lots of edits of like Leon A, Claire B, Leon B, Claire B. And now some last minute kind of suspense and terror and horror after all that bombastic action. I thought, let's have a nice extended, slow walk down the train, because this is just how it felt in the game, especially the original. We've got to go through 3 cars worth. But then... I always found this weird. What's he doing? Transforming the train? I don't know. Also, yeah, I've seen a meme about this, where, like, Claire's doing all that, and Leon's just, like, chilling with Sherry. So, but no, in this, no, he hears it, and he's like, what's going on? Obviously, I'm gonna go help. This is a reference to Darkside Chronicles, because I thought that, the way that game ended was so good. So it's some creative editing. To have Leon and Claire have a final showdown, because I've been keeping the boss fights even. Death and Mr. X, all of this. So now they're both finish him off. I don't want to favour any of them, really. Just as it happens, Claire's the one closest to them. And this music, it still works so well. This was something they took directly from Darkside Chronicles as well, the breaking the coupler and separating it. Which I suppose works better than running out of the tunnel. But like, the idea of like Claire or Leon being on top of or underneath the train as it's moving was so cool. Also, yeah, Birkin's been more of a problem for Claire, so have her deliver the finishing stab. Anyone played the Resident Evil 4 remake? Leon's final words in that final battle was so clever and cool and funny. Cool. And they're out.
So, are you guys like boyfriend and girlfriend?
No, we're just. Well, we actually just met last night.
Yeah. That would have been one hell of a first date, though.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Look! He might be able to give us a ride.
What if it's not just the city?
Get Sherry out of here.
I can't remember if I cut out his music or not. No, I didn't.
He was friendly.
So, is it over?
I don't know. But if it's not...
And then you remember the original game,
Whatever it
how it
takes.
cut to the credits with the cool rock music.
As long as we stick together.
Because I remember that.
Come on.
Hey! You guys can adopt me!
Adopt you?
We can get a puppy!
Puppy?
And a parrot!
Parrot?
I always wanted pets, but my mom said they're too messy.
Wow. this was in the game the whole time. You know, this was after the credits theme, but it doesn't actually play in the game. You have to find it on the soundtrack, and it's there. It comes after the credits music, but for some reason it wasn't there when you actually watch the credits. We missed out, because I think this is so cool. Is it as cool as the original? I don't know, but it's cool. Gonna watch the credits because there's a post-credit scene as well. You stay tuned for the post-credit scene. This was so good. I remember during the premiere. Oh, it was so nice. Everyone was watching with me. I had such hype around this. Anyway, here I am including saving music, the Resident Evil 2 theme. But the orchestral version of it, which I am obsessed with. When this came on in the Resident Evil 3 remake, I actually cried. Which is really pathetic and nerdy, but... I might skip the rest of the credits. I think I include, like, some more of the medley, maybe some Escape the Lab music, I don't know. Thank you. Yeah, I wanted it to be like a better, more narratively cohesive version of the remake story, but also with lots of nods to the original, because there was a lot of things narratively that I think the original did better. And also I have a lot of love for the original, so there was as many kind of nods, references, crossovers, or elements I would take from that and put them in this, to try and just make it as perfect as it can be. Because I like the story of Resident Evil 2, and I feel like it had more potential than the remake gave it. It's just such a good story. It's one of my favourite stories. So... how long? Yeah, I'm gonna skip ahead. For the post-credits scene... what could it be? What could it possibly be teasing? I think I include the title, because, like, I love that about the old games where they, like, you just have the big fat red letters come up. Yeah, so I did that. But now... So there you go. So I had this idea because I remember at the end of the first Paul Anderson movie, it ended with this big pan out of Raccoon City to be like, okay, look, it's all done, it's all over. But next time it's gonna be worse and bigger, and it's out and stuff. And I thought that Resident Evil 2 ended on such a good positive note that I thought it's not over. And also, there's a third game, so let's include a little, like, what's the next project gonna be? And I remember having the idea way before I finished the movie of it having, like, the piano kind of cue of the save room music. So, I had found one. Someone did one on YouTube. So I credited them all in the description of this probably. But one of these people probably. And there you go, that's the end. That's my Resident Evil 2 fan-made game movie. Yeah, what a moment. It was such a moment. I hope you saw the first part of this. If not, I'm going to upload this entire thing as like a video separately on my main YouTube channel. That's a complete lie, no I'm not. I'm not putting it on my main YouTube channel. I'm putting it on this YouTube channel. Or my Byehazard Resident Evil gaming YouTube channel. My main YouTube channel is for like makeup and drag and stuff, which I just don't think people are that interested in here. And those people are very interested in this. But you people will be interested in this. Also, if you haven't seen the actual movie without my head in the corner chatting away, go watch it. It's really fun, good. Took 2.5 years to make, and I'm very proud of it. It's really popular, doing really well, and I'm not exaggerating or anything when I say I do think it is so far the single best game movie that I have seen. Like it just is. It's the most ambitious, it's the most cinematic, and it's the most well done game movie where someone has made a movie out of a video game that was not intended to be a movie to date on YouTube ever, and I try and find a better one. There are some really good ones out there, but I don't think any of them quite have the ambition or cinematic flair or expertise I have to make this happen. And this is the everything else in life I will be humble about, but this is the one thing I will actually be like, no, no, I killed this, and then it came back to life. But yeah, please check that out. Also check out I'm uploading the clips as well on my YouTube channel. Check out so much stuff on this channel. There's this, my gameplay, and other stuff I do. I also want to have more opinions. I would love to be a Resident Evil channel and like tell people my takes. But I think I need to be more of somebody that people care about first. Maybe I should start doing retrospectives or say what I think of the games. That's such an undertaking. I remember I did a review of Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, and it's 40 minutes long, it's really long, really good, really funny, really in-depth, really well scripted and well edited. And it got like no views, no one watched it, and I'm furious about it. After this did so well. So, whatever. I might play some more games on this now that I've got better internet, but I don't really know. I was gonna do Resident Evil 4 Remake. I'm very glad I didn't do that because it took me 20 hours to finish the first time. I went straight to hardcore because that's what I do. Yeah, you actually watched my review. Thank God someone did, because I thought the video was like, first of all, I think I had a good take. But also the video, I was really proud of it. It was like my first time writing a script for a video, actually. And I was so proud of the video and the final results, but like, especially the bit where I talk about the Paul Anderson films, or when I go into each character and I give each character a cool little montage. That was cool. It was so well edited, and just like, it was such a flop. But I understand why it was a flop, because what I'm talking about was a flop. Shame, really. Maybe I'll try and talk about the next Resident Evil movie when that comes out, but I'm probably not going to like it because I didn't really like... Other than Degeneration, I don't have that high of an opinion of most of the animated movies. I don't think they are what we like about Resident Evil, translated into movie form. I think they get boring and old very quick, and they lose steam after the first act most of the time, if they even get any in the first place. Resident Evil Vendetta was the most ridiculous thing in Resident Evil, and Resident Evil Infinite Darkness was the single worst piece of Resident Evil media across the franchise because it committed the biggest crime of any piece of entertainment media, which is it was not entertaining, it was boring. So I'm really not a fan of Infinite Darkness, and this new movie looks like it's going to be more of that, but with lots of identity crises and confusions and, you know, mixed sensibilities, with like Jill having her remake face but then Leon having his not remake face, and then Chris having the last movie's face but not the movie that Leon has his face from. Nobody matches. It's like everyone's coming from different Resident Evil universes, like the Resident Evil multiverse has suddenly come into one, and also Jill looks exactly the same as Resident Evil 3. That is so boring and uninspired, and there's just so many problems I have with these things, and I can't wait for Resident Evil to leave the military conspiracy angle that I think the current Resident Evil producer has pushed. He's leaving Capcom now, so I think Resident Evil can kind of go back to its old sensibilities, because ever since Resident Evil, well, let's say 5, 6, Damnation, Vendetta, there's all this, like, this military conspiracy angle to Resident Evil, which bio-warfare and bio-weapons and bioterrorism, wars, and, you know, knock-off Afghanistan and soldiers and stuff, and I understand that might be the natural evolution, but I don't feel like that's what people like about Resident Evil. So the person who's pushing all of those narratives, I can't remember if he's the director or the scenario writer or whatever, he's been on the team since back then, he's finally left. So maybe Resident Evil can go back into something more fun and what we like. But in the meantime, we've got these remakes of all these old classic games, and then we've got these movies being made of these games. That's why I made this, and I've got a bunch of comments of people saying similar things. So if you enjoyed this, I'm very grateful to you. If you watch this, I'm very grateful. If you're watching this now, I'm very grateful. Why have my views on YouTube peaked right now at the end of this thing? It's over. Like, I'm done. You can go back and watch this. I'm finished. And if you're watching this on anything that isn't YouTube, I'm telling you right now, I'm a big fat liar and re-uploading the VOD or whatever it is for exposure. That's all from me. Thank you.